So, where we last left off, you were in the Kingdom of Shadow. This is a kingdom that is dark and decrepit. It is classified as dimly lit. Lightning is ominous in the distance near the capital of the Shadow Kingdom. You guys have run into a lot of monsters along the way. You guys caught up with them. And basically, what you guys know is this place is incredibly dangerous, filled with all sorts of strange, unnatural creatures. It's not like a whole bunch of goblins or a whole bunch of like wolves or giant rats or something. It's like, no, these are demons and unnatural creatures.
We're boned.
Yeah. To where, welcome to the Heisman, guys. Heisman group.
We're boned.
Here's your first mission. Go save the Shadow Kingdom. So
I would like to start my new character sheet now.
Yeah. You eventually catch up, and there is a new member to the group as you catch up, and this person is, I'll say the introduction, her name is Hollow. She is basically Adam's Family-esque, but a little bit more decrepit, a little bit more, imagine like, you know how metalheads have the white makeup, like face makeup and dark eyes and stuff.
So
Imagine that if it was no,
I was picturing Fester.
Of course.
But, you know, okay.
Sexy Fester.
Yeah.
Sexy Fester.
But imagine that, but more natural, not like somebody trying to be.
Oh, just naturally.
Completely
Pale,
blacked
kinda.
over
So like
eyes,
Morticia.
a bunch of
Kind of like Morticia, yeah.
So Morticia.
completely
Paler than that.
completely
Morticia
blackened
still
eyes,
looks alive.
like deep eyeshadow looking kind of thing, sunken eyeballs. There's like rib cages and stuff kind of hanging off of her, all sorts of bones, and a shovel. There's specifically a shovel with a bunch of what looks like magic or arcane writing and drawings on this shovel.
So it's a spawn shovel.
I'll check it out.
So that?
I will.
Nobody
else wants to do that tomorrow or Sunday. We can do that Sunday at the park.
Yeah, it's just, I'm on Sunday. Fuck, I'm not gonna be in Texas.
Absolutely have not had a chance to paint her yet, but
Oh, she looks
we'll
like
do
that.
that,
Is
like,
that you, know, you don't have to, from what you're
We'll
describing.
do that on a park day. We'll do like on
Yeah.
Tuesday. I get off.
Okay. Yeah.
she does seem to be walking with
Oh,
the.
well then who's that?
Pass it this way.
That's me.
No,
Yeah, you're holding
this
me.
this
That's
is
me,
you.
yeah.
This is me.
That's you.
Yes.
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 You had your hand on two.
hand on
One
two.
of them you said this is me. The other one said no, and that's me.
I
No, it's
I know
not.
that you
No,
specifically
it's
have
Bernie
your
Mac,
boyfriend
damn it.
using that as
There
a
you
mount.
go.
So I figured that's still with you.
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac, there you
The
go.
option to have them mounted on.
Burn apostrophe E.
Yeah.
And okay.
And he- yeah.
Even
We
in
left
D&D
our mounts back
we're
in the
super
days when
fucking.
our shit to get
Tall and short.
Yeah, that's the point.
Orgnar and how do you pronounce your name again?
I don't know. What is my name?
My name is Hugh.
My name is what?
Man.
Yeah, Hugh Man. Yeah, Tyrannet. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, Tyrannet.
Okay, let's go with that. I guess.
Orgnar.
That was easy.
Just
But,
wanted to look up, Chuck.
Real quick.
Yes.
I found that in my notebook. Do you remember the things that Claudia salvaged from our last battle?
Where is Claudia?
Where's your character sheet?
Where's Rob's dad's birthday?
Oh, happy birthday to Rob's dad.
Yeah. Oh god.
She's great. I don't think you have enough books there.
Then never mind.
Oh, mercy.
I'm gonna give you like a.
I also brought a bunch of bags.
You're just gonna have like a fort of furniture in like the next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. He won't need the little thing. He'll just have books.
So we should put your body in like the table surface will go up and then like, okay, I'm gonna get this.
We have
Yeah,
a
there you
wedding
go.
to go
This is
to,
her character
Do
sheet.
what now?
and a key and a wedding. Well, same wedding.
Same wedding.
Oh.
You have a key.
Same
No.
wedding.
Turning 16 and getting married.
Oh god.
Wow.
Is that what we're
No.
doing? No, 15. Sorry.
15.
No,
Yeah,
no.
nice,
We're going to
yeah.
the wedding service. Then we're going to the quince. Then we're going back to the wedding reception
That's
because it's Mexican. They got to prepare for
everything.
that wedding reception.
Okay, that's like going.
So you guys have an option to either bring your mounts into the Kingdom of Shadow, where you know a whole bunch of monsters are, and horses don't have a lot of health points, but you do go places faster. So it's up to you if you want to bring them or not. Everybody else kind of opted out except for Biff, and I'm sure.
Well, it's because Biff didn't walk.
Yeah.
Like, I swear to God, I think he's like fucking. What's that word I said used again?
Atrophy.
I
Like,
swear to
no,
God,
like,
he
whenever
has
Biff
atrophy.
hops down from his boar, and like he just takes it like,
I'm good.
I forgot how to walk.
Stable.
So he has to like.
no, the world's wrong.
He has to focus on walking.
Oh
Left
Right
foot.
foot.
Is that an action?
Right foot. I mean, technically it's difficult terrain.
Whenever Biff walks, it's difficult to read.
Biff wears full plate. The only reason
I
he
know.
stays standing is the plate keeps us standing.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what
exactly.
just from the
Because as soon as he,
Like
as soon as he
splints.
as soon as
Yeah.
he gets off, he goes, boom, and sinks like 2 inches. That's the plate that's keeping him going. So he has to walk like this.
I thought you'd be taller in
So
real
it's-
life.
So it's a
So in
shorter
other words,
than
you got 5
normal
feet of movement.
board.
I do my squats.
With
Okay, so nobody
on
else was there,
top
man.
of-
Except for these two, that their mouths are kind of
Okay, there we
special.
go.
I have
Oh, yeah, that's
I have
a
a
sword.
wyvern.
I don't know what-
I have a wyvern that has
that
a
will-
shit ton of health.
well, okay.
Technically, I only brought my
So-
board because I
She has a
found
tongue,
back
a yellow eyeball,
where
and teeth. You remember what
I
creature
can
that's
make
from?
attacks go
The
to
yellow
me instead,
eyeball
where I can
and the
keep him
teeth
from
were from
dying.
the show.
Oh,
If
okay.
you don't
So
have
just
bounty
spot.
like
The what?
It's you might want to lose.
I don't have
your
it.
mouth's
Just
probably
I got the
gonna
ooze.
die
I got the ooze
if it
stuff.
doesn't
She
I'll
got
have
just
some-
leave
all
mine
points.
here.
My mount has a pretty
What?
good amount of health.
I'm
And he
I'm
can
thinking.
attack.
I'm trying to recall something.
Don't have mount of combatant.
God, I don't.
He would
know.
get fucked up. You know? So, I love
it.
and he get fucked
No,
up.
there's like
Okay.
her stuff's incredibly detailed, but there's no organization. Like, to it at all.
Well, it makes sense
You
for
can
her.
call her and
Exactly.
ask.
I don't want to interrupt them.
First. She'll answer at her convenience.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool.
Alright.
So, these guys end up catching up with you, and it seems like this hollow person is, like, just kind of one of the fellas. It's not like they just met or something.
She's down.
You guys are approaching what is a city, or not a city, more so a town, but this is a port town. Basically, it's on the edge of pretty much the continent. It seems, as you look to the left and right, that there's a lot of docks, like, just spanning the entire, as far as you can see.
Dogs.
Good God, they wouldn't be pleasant dogs. This world.
Them dogs.
Yeah.
Those are Denver dogs.
There seems to be a lot of docks, but they all seem to be out of disrepair, except for this one town. This town, compared to all the other towns and cities that are in this area, like, are decrepit. Like, these places are decrepit and torn apart. People are dying left and right. Not a good place to live. But this town in particular, this place called Rivermouth, this one is untouched. This one seems to be still within the dim darkness and everything. It doesn't seem to have some sort of force field or anything from where you are, which is a decent distance away. But it seems untouched. But what you do see at the dock is a very, very, very large boat. It is all sorts of golden colors, all fancy woods. The sails themselves look like they almost have like traces of gold in them, and things of the sort. And you guys are headed into the direction of this town. Do you guys want to completely just approach and just walk on into town? Do you want to like scout out the place?
That'd be the normal thing to do, right? It's like it's a normal time that you walk in and out of it. It might be filled with like gross people, but
I would say
This place
scout
looks
it
better
out.
than the others.
Or it could just be a big fucking trap. I don't know.
it's all major illusion.
Yeah, exactly.
Walk in with confidence.
We're
you know,
safe.
Like you belong to you
We're
belong.
all here because of you anyway.
Yeah,
so
I'm-
I think you should scout.
My plan is you fuck off.
No, you are
Okay,
fine
they
the
want the
last time.
diamond. Let's throw it in to distract them. My vote is we walk in like discreetly, but not like
You
nothing to see here.
The town explodes. No.
So Ryan
You open a
died.
letter.
That's what he did. Yeah.
So you mean
No one saw that too that I got.
Don't read
do
it.
not be Baracus.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No. Oh, that's been Brox's like motive since leaving. Pretty much, Scarlet is like everybody hates me. I need to stop.
including Lagertha, especially Lagertha.
We got a long history of that. It's totally understandable. That wouldn't stop me. That wouldn't stop me. Her being here affects me. If anything, it makes me want to be more Baracus. And that is not a reflection of our personal out-of-game relationship.
Roleplay.
Deception.
It is all roleplay. None of this is true whatsoever.
I don't speak the whole group, but I say we just stroll in confidently but discreetly.
So we go in, we go to the ship.
So,
Is that how you are?
No.
Is that Pumpkinator?
Is it what?
Beer. Pumpkinator. Sit down.
Oh.
Bitches go for PSL. I go for Pumpkinator. Made of
I'm
real
like,
pumpkins.
I have no
Pumpkin
idea what
beer.
you're referring
No,
to.
I know, but it's like Pumpkinator?
Yeah.
Letty, do
basically,
you like PSL?
for the new people as well, there is this place is a desolate
Pumpkin
land
spice
where
latte.
it's nothing but kind of jagged rocks on the ground and dirt. There's only a few bits of foliage,
The white one.
but every bit that you see is pretty much on its way out. It's dying. There's no flowers, nothing. If there are trees, most of their leaves have withered away and things like that. The sky itself is just covered in clouds, and everything is just black except for where the sun would be trying to shine through. There's like ominous red glow through the clouds.
An occasional lightning.
An occasional lightning.
Sunshine,
There is lightning, but it's all coming from the capital, which is about 2 days' travel away from you. It's impressive that you can see it from this far away, and it seems to be traveling upwards. It doesn't seem to be traveling downwards as per normally what you would kind of eyes would perceive. I know lightning does weird stuff, it goes whatever direction it wants, but it does seem to begin from the floor and go up.
That's heat lightning. Goes this way.
Straight lightning.
As you approach this town, you start to see like people kind of moving back and forth. You get closer, things come into detail as you get closer, and it seems that this town has no gates, no walls or anything, but there does seem to be a couple of guards that are simply armored, nothing impressive. There's leather armors, not anything like Dragon Tail or whatnot, that are kind of standing and watching and talking to each other, but casually, which is fucking weird.
Nobody we've seen has been talking. Everybody here is
Creepy shit.
Yeah.
They're
They're just kind of having a conversation
what's up,
back
man?
and forth at each other.
Crop coming in? Nah, it's rotted. Oh, again? Oh, no way.
Catch the game yet last night? Yeah.
As you also get
Right.
closer,
Yeah.
speaking of crops and stuff, what the crops that you do see are flourishing. Everything within kind of the town's
Aura.
aura is just kind of, there are actually flowers and there's trees and things of the sort, and it seems untouched. As you approach,
This
you
is
almost can.
right here.
As you approach, your breath comes to you easier. Beforehand, it was a little bit harder to breathe through all the smoke and dust and dirt and everything. But now, as you
breathing
approach,
easier?
you kind of get closer, and breath comes to you in a normal fashion. It's very refreshing. But as you approach the two guards, kind of look you up and down for a moment, and then they just continue talking to each other.
Really? Like they've seen him before, huh?
No, like, they don't give a fuck about us.
Oh.
Like, they're not
Like,
putting up with this shit.
that's it.
They're not holding
Like
weapons.
really
They
a
can go.
dragonborn? Okay.
I imagine a lot of people are flocking here because, they have food.
Shelter, oasis.
side of that board.
Everybody make a perception check.
No.
Whoever rolls the
Which
highest sees it
one?
first.
20?
Right here, 20.
Anyone beating the 20?
Me.
Yeah. You want to roll it in there? Go ahead.
I don't know what it is, but I know.
One!
Nice!
Alright,
27.
so Ornar.
20!
Oh god!
20!
Opposites.
13.
Alright. So we'll go to
It's the seat of Claudia!
I feel it really is. First of all.
actually, you know what?
It's the seat of Claudia!
Secondly, I feel like this is like
Is
that
it
moment
the
where
chair?
it could be. It could be. I feel like this is like one of those times where
You
like
need
the
to
sun
make that a
challenges the
legendary
dagger
item
fist fight.
in
It's
your
like,
roll.
I will always be stronger than you.
Oh god.
You're not in the chair though. You're not in the chair. Sit down.
Remember, I told you it was the area!
No, it's the chair.
It's that fucking area.
It's the chariot. Next one.
7.
So you two being natural 20, natural 1, I know you got above it.
27.
27?
Oh,
what's
I'm
your
sorry, I
total?
wasn't even paying
Yeah,
attention.
perception, what's your total out of curiosity for...
Not one. Your total's 1.
we're going to call you
11
T.
What are we looking for again?
Don't even try, Fred.
Perception.
Get out of here.
In this case, I'm just making a roll for it, but you're alright. It normally would be.
Well, that's 6.
26.
26.
Alright.
Well, actually, we're actively looking around for what we're supposed to be doing, so.
I figure you're on guard. But you guys, you two and Baraka, basically Orgnar, you actually are looking at the ground. You're like, wow, this is some neat ground. You see a flower, and you go to, like, kind of reach for it, and you fall over.
I like how perception doesn't even affect your like gross motor movement, but you fell over.
You fell over.
I think the more accurate thing would be like he's looking down at his feet and then just runs into the board which stops.
I just like look at him.
I've definitely looked too hard and tall.
My perception isn't here. My perception is looking at the dude who just fucking fell for
There
no
you go.
reason.
So,
Don't look at me going, what's wrong with him? Because I did bang here.
I mean, I look at the wall and I still bang myself against the wall.
Barakas and I'm going to call you T.
That's fine.
You guys see, as you look around, Hollow's not here anymore.
Who?
Hollow.
Oh, was that a person?
No, he knew who she was. He just didn't care.
Do you relay this information?
I was looking around, I was like, God damn, where'd she go? You might see me doing that.
Who's that? I don't care.
Fucking count the group, man. Hollow's gone. We don't even know where we are. Wait, no, you remember how to count, right?
Somebody name me?
Okay, yeah, okay.
What's after 4?
Where'd you go? Okay.
Another perception check.
Go check the shadows.
I start pulling out my rope and it's like, okay, who's gonna get fucking eats this time?
We got more people here.
Hold hands.
18?
28.
Stop cutting the shadows,
Wait.
okay? They don't count as people.
27, sorry.
Alright, so
Find your movie,
My
buddy.
18.
you two easily enough
You
notice
have your
that
exit,
you
buddy.
guys kind of scan the ground, you see the tracks go up basically to the edge of the town and then just stop. Normally if it's like invisibility or something, tracks would continue. They just stop.
Hollow?
She's hollow. Her bones are hollow. She's a bird.
I walk over to.
No, nothing.
I don't know what he's doing. I just see fucking Talos. It's like,
I didn't know if he like, who are you
Is-
people?
is he drunk?
Or is he?
I'm like walking around doing this.
I would say
Hello.
just tell her that we'll
Marco.
back up for her. She can't come.
Hello.
I'm gonna message her, and then first I'm gonna,
Temple music face. Really annoying.
hey, I hope you're
Come here.
okay, and
all the way
you
down.
know, I'm worried, and hopefully
Remember, you will get a word count.
Flawless.
That's why I've been doing this
whole
time.
It's like 25 or something.
Yeah, it's 25.
Up here.
25.
Start hanging out with him.
It's a tweet.
Yeah, tweet. Yeah.
Where
I
did
hope
you
you're
go?
okay.
Fucking hate that shit.
Alright.
I hope you're okay. Hopefully,
We got more. I should have brought more.
up
Back here at the end of the town.
at
Well, somewhere.
edge of town.
Normally, you feel whenever you have the sending message, you feel a connection. You feel something hit, and then you get a response.
Oh,
You
oh,
don't
cider.
feel a connection
Oh, you're a hard boy, huh?
at all.
Well, no. It's just, I got bored of beer.
Hey,
Cider is good. Sometimes it's
cider's great. I love cider.
I've been drinking
So
beer
as of
since
right
I've been
now,
like
we can only
12.
conclude she doesn't
So I'm
exist.
like,
I mean, she
I'm bored of it.
exists.
Rise above that.
If she's
You
if
fight that
she's on
impulse.
anything other than the
Yeah.
astral plane,
please.
she's not
Be your
around.
old man and
She
learn.
does not exist.
Exactly.
Right now.
Yeah, even
You're
in
not
the
living with my
realm
dad, so
of
you
death,
know, you'll be fine.
sin be worse.
Yeah, no, worse. You
Not
wouldn't do
death.
I
that.
got this.
No.
Any other plane other than death.
At least I'm not going to go to Schulenburg
Well,
yet.
we thought she might be
You're
dead.
about there?
She did?
What?
I did.
Schulenburg. What do you mean Schulenburg?
Have you looked at her?
Morton did.
I have.
You would know that through like your
Oh,
knowledge of
yeah.
spells and
Here
things
here
that
in Texas, yeah.
speaking to the undead,
In
they're
Houston,
hot
right?
fine.
Like outside
here,
of Houston.
You know,
within
like they are
miles.
present
Oh, I
in
know,
the
I know.
plane
I'm
or
just
something
saying
you
they
could talk to.
Like outside of
But
Houston.
Now,
they
me
aren't
being a
on any
blaze
plane
boy,
of
I gotta
existence.
move over there.
You wouldn't be able to
No,
talk to.
Lord.
Dude, that and
Well,
wine. It's the
She may
Why
come
would
back.
she disappear here?
That and wine.
We can ask her.
Smoking weed and
Is she
drinking
gone?
wine.
Like, is she
Uh,
gone?
That was me and Burkina.
Yeah, I was
Like,
We can ask her.
Real quick.
You've had box wine. Yes, you have.
How about
Yes.
You drank so much you didn't remember it.
No.
Because you're an
You
alcoholic.
didn't.
but you're
You
not.
didn't like it.
I thought that's where we are.
There's actually the
I know you're at where
walked
the
to
trash
the
can,
tracks.
but he says back.
No, you didn't like it.
back
Backward.
Alright,
That's
you
generally,
wanna
that's generally
take a couple spaces that way?
alcohol at underage. That
Let's
doesn't-
go
Well,
a couple
you
of feet that way and how many
Somebody-
seconds
What are you doing with this poor boy?
Making it simple, you don't see anything.
I'm the
Oh,
one.
no, I'll tell you what he likes. He likes
No.
old fashions and he likes.
I got.
This boy's a mojito drinker, let me tell you.
Maybe she
Never
was
had
all
one.
the way for
Well, he
something.
was good.
Never had one.
That's summer drink. No. How old are you?
I don't mean
In,
I don't
8
mean
years.
called away in the fact that she just walked there. I mean
You talking about?
I've never
there's
I never
there's
had one.
teleportation.
Lemon,
there's,
it's lime, mint, and club
Yeah,
soda.
I heard
That's
that.
rum.
She could have levitated. I don't know.
What's it supposed to taste like? I don't know.
Mint
Minty.
and lime, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Deliciousness,
Well,
sweet.
we'll keep an eye
It's
out.
like
Maybe
it's
we
like
can help her.
it's like
some
Jolly
point,
Ranchers
but
that aren't artificially sweet.
we have
Oh,
our
Jolly Ranchers.
Can I do a quick little experiment?
No, I
Could I
figured it was. I
stand
didn't know if it was like a.
before
Supposed to taste like a margarita.
before
No,
the
no.
trash
It- it-
can,
I didn't
breathe
know.
in,
It tastes like
see
a
how
mojito.
difficult it
Like
is,
there's
and
no
after
like that's the
the
thing.
trash in, breathe in,
That
see
I
how
know it doesn't.
difficult
I
it
know
is.
this.
Is there a
Tell you what it tastes like.
noticeable
Before the
tastes
track's
like
in,
jumping
it's
into a
hard to
cool
breathe.
pool
After the
on a
track's
hot
in,
summer
it's
day.
not anymore.
So there's a
That's the
definitive
taste.
line.
There is a definitive.
It's really
Do you want to try your
8
second
years.
on the other side of the line?
Or in January.
You were on the inside whenever you did
No,
the
it says
sitting
summer
because you
drink.
would have walked forward
Oh.
and then looked back
June.
and been like, where'd you go?
Well, no. I'm just.
I will say, I
Okay,
will say,
so that
I'm
one's
going to
not
say
on
this
the
because
outside.
as a responsible teacher, I feel like I should say this to you.
Or it was not on the inside.
Drinking does affect
Oh,
your brain.
okay.
And your
Basically
brain is
looked
developing
at
How
up
many
until
times
you're
can you do that
21,
a
your
day
brain
without
is still
being
developing and
compromised?
aging and maturing. You should not be drinking or smoking or doing any sort of drugs that alters your brain cell count.
21
And
women.
I lose one
That's
more.
also like you can hope spells not.
it does affect
We'll
how
try it again
your ability
later.
to learn and focus
Perhaps
and stuff like
Baracus
that.
can
Don't
help
fuck
us.
with like underage.
But I know that he's
consumption of
focused on the
any
mission to meet up with Drindar.
Yeah, so
You're already crazy.
he's actually
Wait, what?
every
For
little
what's
bit.
about us, but
When did that happen? Is that what's wrong with me?
So at the big, so
survived
at the
this
big
long
event
out
this year,
here
when he offers you more
before
liquor,
we
say
came
no.
around.
I know.
I'm not the one that
I mean,
offered
like-
it in return in the first place.
So let's just keep going.
I mean, yes.
So you
even a
guys
little
continue
bit
on.
does affect it,
Do you
but,
guys end up like speaking
It's
to the
not
guards
gonna,
at all?
like,
You
one
just
sip.
walk
Oh,
on it?
I'm Forrest Gump.
They don't seem to be paying you anyway.
I think we should just keep going.
He is below
Is there the guy that I
the
kinda made friends with?
baseline.
As he is just one at a point. What is just one at a
Talked to
point?
on mission, he was happy.
He's not there.
Huh?
But I do remember.
It's just one
Oh,
little
yeah, we just
point.
walked
He's
because
not-
we're
Oh, goddamn
like,
world.
I-
Something's happening over
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Not
He's
me.
been searching around and it's just
Is there a-
I mean, you're right. I figured
Is
he
that
was
not what it
listening.
was.
Yeah,
So we're just gonna.
I know that.
So as you're walking through the town, as I said before, this place seems almost untouched, and people are going about their day as per normal. People are harvesting crops, people are doing carpentry work, people are doing just everything that seems to normally happen, and they seem to be of average, what is it? Morale. Yeah. It's not like they're not like stoked or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
but they
That's
are-
exactly what it's from.
They are happy enough.
It's
And you see that
knockoff,
basically
yeah.
the ship itself, which is called the Broken Chest for the people who have played earlier, it actually has one of those bridges. I don't know what they're officially
Gangplanks.
called.
Game
Yeah,
blanks.
Game bangs.
yeah. Gangplanks. It actually has like this velvet rope going up it, and there's flowers. There are like petals of flowers. There is pieces of gold just kind of going up this bridge. There's all sorts of.
I take Lagart's hand.
Yeah.
I take Lagart's hand.
There's about 20 gold in all. It's not like piles or
Touch it.
anything.
I want to
It's just it's individual gold.
You want to touch a flower? You pick it up and it just doesn't do much.
This guy's
It's just-
sending
it's a
assassins
flower.
after me
Uh,
because I took too long
you
with
see
the
a
delivery.
couple. You see almost
That's
like a
your
couple
first
shrines or something where there's like little totems or candles that are lit and everything, and
Hold on,
it
before we do
leads
this.
up to this boat, or ship, should I say? Very, very big ship.
Is the same orc that used to work the entrance the same?
It doesn't, from where you are, which is at the bottom of the boat, kind of looking up, or the ship looking up into it. You don't
Oh,
see
Ron,
it.
there's no one.
Oh, so-
Okay, there's no one guarding like the bottom.
So we can
Okay.
just walk in.
Okay, I want to see if the one that likes Gosmar is still.
You're gonna try and make Osmar climb that plank.
How?
Are we talking like Carnival
I
Cruise
figure
Line
it's
boat,
big.
or
It's
are
a
we
big boat.
talking
Yeah, it's just a
He
big.
got out there before.
pirate ship kind of boat? Okay, I
We're
didn't.
talking like the Royal
Caribbean?
Navy style size
Yeah.
ship.
Big ship.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a Carnival cruise ship, no,
No.
but it is like a
It's
like-
a big ship.
think of it like the best ship in Pirates of the Caribbean, and then go size bigger than that.
Shit.
The Queen's.
But like not a battleship, like it's like a
Yeah.
like
Queensberry Revenge, yeah.
As you guys look around as well, it's easy enough to see without a perception check. Is that people like going by kind of excitedly are looking at the ship and smiling and talking about it, and they go about their business. You notice that like a couple people kind of come up and they like take a second to fold their hands together and like bow for a moment and then leave.
to the ship.
He's a
Yeah, to
god.
the ship.
It only makes him scary,
So-
doesn't it?
I don't. I mean, I like
Yeah,
it,
that-
but
that's
I'm
the only
scared.
one.
Are you guys going up the plank?
Yep.
So you guys,
Don't you need to
who
say something? Am I
approaches
crazy?
first?
I like something sweet.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, I was going to say that. I haven't written down something.
Obviously, like this one.
I don't know if that's the exact phrasing. That probably matters.
I have it written down
I
somewhere.
do too.
Oh, yeah,
I
there's one
would
more.
like something sweet.
Yeah, it's that.
Owner Drenda.
Alright.
You
I
guys-
have it
it's
written
good.
down.
It's good to me.
If you could find the orc's name, if I can, you could try, but I'm not even sure if I can give you one.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, I
'Cause
don't
I
think so
only
either,
wrote
'cause I don't
owner,
have it too.
owner Drendar.
All I'm
Yeah.
saying is my voice.
I really like
Ship to its potential, like
I
I got that at that one shop that we had.
I don't even have fucking
By the
Drondar
pirate
written
place that
down
we
here.
went to 3 times.
I don't know why. They're probably gonna kill me in my sleep.
So, who's approaching the ship first?
I want to go.
I'm going
I
up
know the
there.
password.
Dude,
These
you
suckers.
got it.
I'm heading up.
Do you want to roll initiative for it, or?
No, I mean, I'll you know.
I'll follow
Dwarves
you.
first.
The plane's only so big, right?
I push Biff into the
It
water.
can only fit one person or four.
You're right. I pushed Lagerman into the water.
Fucking Gosmar.
Do you actually want to?
Don't.
You can if you want to.
It's not going to do that.
Did
Why?
anyone
Not gonna
else
fuck
remember
around.
the password without looking it up?
I did.
I
I
Without
remember.
looking it up.
I
I remember that
it,
there was password. I remember I had to do something sweet. I didn't remember the exact phrase.
Then I'm going first.
Yeah, no, I had, like I said, I already conceded that you're going first.
I remembered it. I wasn't sure of the exact phrasing, but I wasn't gonna fucking do it anyway. So
It's like Brock standing there and Biff's just like, out of my way.
So, as you step onto the plank itself, the boar and yourself basically become paralyzed. You cannot move. But
Nice.
what you do hear is a bing bong.
Please hold while we connect you to your operative.
I say, can I speak?
You can speak.
I assume they didn't
Shut
do the
up.
same, or did they?
No, everybody. It was wild.
Okay. I was like, if it was in my head, they're just gonna give me they're just gonna see me freak show. Hello?
So I'm like looking around like.
That's a
Can I talk?
If anyone could have made it, you could have made it.
But basically, as that sound happens, you see like a few people who were like moving like wagons around, wheelbarrows and things, kind of stop and look, and kind of stop what they're doing and just start watching.
Why does weird crap always happen when we
I
look around
assume
you
my
guys?
fat ass is blocking the gangplank too.
I'm just
Stop!
standing there
Look,
like,
y'all ever seen anything like that?
Pretty much. So, as the same orc that you guys knew from before kind of
Charles.
just walks out to the plank, and he sees you guys. And I forgot how I described it before.
Or he had a scar.
yeah.
Yeah, Scar. Let's
Yeah.
go with that.
He was supposed
This
to be
isn't
big and
half
tough
face, is
looking,
it?
but he liked Gosmar.
Yeah, he's very big and tough looking.
I told him I liked his spear, and that made
Spear, okay, good. He has a fancy spear.
I lent him 100 gold.
Very fancy spear. So he walks down, approaches you guys, and he doesn't even notice you at first. He's kind of,
And we'll get that back.
I wouldn't say aggressively, but starts walking towards you pretty fast, and he just grabs onto the boar's horn and starts rubbing his head.
Oh.
And he's like, oh my god, I missed you.
So basically, how I act.
Look, we survived.
Like, oh yeah, you guys.
Hi.
What do you
That's
want?
really adorable.
We have a delivery for Grundar.
Oh, you finally got the delivery together, then.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, we.
I've been trying to get it here, but other parties have slowed us down.
No.
Rockets,
No,
you're
We
he
not.
had
got
no
the
idea what he was
message.
doing.
We're here to deliver.
Okay.
That's good
Okay.
character.
He snaps his fingers, and
You
all
weren't
of a sudden you
here.
become
I
unparalyzed.
don't fucking know what's happening.
You guys walk up the steps,
you're
and the
annoying.
gold kind of jingles beneath your feet. And you approach Drundar's quarters, which is it was fancy before. It's even fancier now, with lots of gold filigree and designs and carvings into the wood of this door and the frame and the window seals and such like that.
I assume it's a normal door.
It's pretty gaudy, but yes, it looks like a normal
It's
door.
normal door size.
Yeah, normal door.
So I asked him, would you mind looking after him while we conduct our business?
What kind of question is that?
I have no problem with that at all.
His belly.
Does that count as a dereliction of duties?
So you get off Gosmar, and you approach the door.
Thinks you're taking it like that.
That's right. See, like,
Okay.
that's it.
The orc,
Chill, right?
Oh God, he snorted.
the orc
He does it again.
turns the doorknob, opens the door. You hear kind of a crackle as it opens,
There's a contest now.
and and it just there's two doors. They open up towards you. Like one opens by itself with the orc, but the other one, opens with the orc. The other one opens by itself. And you see inside, and oh my God, the table is practically made out of gold. The chair itself has the red velvet cushions. It's very bright, and
Beautiful.
the candle lights. Actually, no, he didn't have candle lights. They were magical lights. Flicker off of this gold magnificently, and you can see that he has just piles of gold in places. Just kind of strewn about with different gems and all sorts of stuff. Drundar. I forgot how he was described as well, so I'm going to say that he's pirate-ish. But you would think fancy pirate. You know, pirate that's lots of reds and golds.
My arm does not move like that.
I stroll in and I push past Viv and I'm just like, Drundar Dalivas, I see you've done well for yourself.
That I have, Baracus. Have you done well for yourself?
Well,
Apparently not.
we're here, and you know, I don't know how long it's been since you've lived the adventurer's life, but being able to see that we've been
Stop
here after
him.
a full year
Don't
and a
listen
half
to him.
is an impressive feat as it is. But I'm pat my satchel. It's like you got some stock, but most importantly, I hear you've been looking for me.
Excuse me, Drundar.
Yes, Dragonborn.
And I'll lay in your gold.
I don't see why not.
He just
Oh!
he just sploosh.
It takes two to start rubbing his
I'm like laying in it.
He is a red dragon. He got inspiration point.
I
Drundar
don't think he'll
turns
fit
to
up there.
Drundar turns to you, Laggard. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you this one's handler?
Yes, I'm this one's handler.
Roll deception?
Fucking roll low,
Does she
bitch.
believe it?
I don't know.
That's the wrong dice.
Where is it?
That's why it was kind of a
D20.
question
Sorry,
mark.
Kendra.
No.
Kinda.
Whoa. What?
That's a good roll for you.
Deception.
Deception.
22.
Alright.
I'm gonna go ahead and say she's not and roll for persuasion.
Okay, go for
That's
it. Yeah.
That's a
It's yours.
13 first of all.
That's
Secondly,
what I was thinking.
that's a 26.
26.
Beats
All
are
right.
22.
Alright. So this one had what she said. What do you say, bro?
I say, she can't handle me.
Alright.
You can do all this.
Well, I assume that you've
That's not what you
been
said last time.
through many different
Couldn't handle me
battles
last
with
time
all
either.
forms of creatures. And I expect something fancy. Impress me.
Oh, my friend.
Here's a fetus.
Also, do you have my
Can you not take my thunder?
Oh, damn.
Before we get to the goodies, and trust me when I say I have a goodie bag that'll
I'm
pique
gonna
your
have
interest.
to stop you there, Baracus. Do you have my trade platinum?
Oh, that's exactly what I was getting to.
Okay. Just making sure.
I would like you to know. I don't
Just
know.
making sure.
I don't know who you were trusting.
Do you want to help him?
He kind of leans over his table as you're starting
think
to
you
talk
may
to him.
need your
Gold
help.
pieces
You're
just
the
kinda
strong
fall
one.
off the edges as he's moving aside.
It's
My,
like
my
a
focus-
quarter game where you put one in and then some.
Alright.
For the record, my focus is laser focus on Drundar.
He is very happy to see you.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming you have many agents who you trust to bring you back fine articles and to conduct your business. I don't know what fool you trusted, but he was handing this out like it was candy on Hallows Eve. And I tossed him the pouch of 10 platinum. If I had known it was yours, it would have never... It would have come directly back to you.
Mistakes can be made as long as I get my money.
You have yours.
And he takes the platinum, he opens it up, nods a little bit. Alright,
Now, to business.
indeed.
I have for you a bag of delights that spans over a year of travel
No,
and
actually,
intrigue.
Roll
No.
deception. Okay.
It's
Fucking.
like
I hear.
103.
Oh yeah, make it in character.
it's
That's
been
great.
what?
It's
I-
only been 103 days.
It has only been 103 days, hasn't
It's
it?
only been 103 days.
I assume you've been on
And we
quite
didn't
the
beat him on
travel
the
to
first
make it
day.
seem longer.
Yeah,
As-
time is relative.
We did.
Related
How long is a
teleport.
year in this world?
What, Darth?
a century of days.
What?
Battling dragons, beasts of unimaginable origin, basically gods.
Oh,
I have. This is not.
he's not a god. That's in character.
You drunk bitch. I'm not talking about myself. Stop interrupting me.
Oh, Lord.
No. And I just open up my bag of protection and I'm like, now, I know that simple drow are not exciting to you.
They can be, but only to a certain extent. Depends on the drow.
Depending on the person, too. Their ingredients can be used for many things. I start
Are
pulling
you
out.
sure you don't want to help him?
I pull out.
He's bluffing.
I'm in the gold.
Oh, no, he's off in the corner doing his own thing. I'm not even paying attention. to
Oh,
this.
no, I'm just like,
Like this half of my head is just in
Are,
just
are you
up.
diving in the
Yeah, you're doing a full Scrooge McDuck, and I'm
I
just
look
letting
at
him do
everybody.
him.
In the gold.
Yeah, I'm pulling out like the wineskin of drow
No,
blood.
you got
Little
butt
snakes.
ass naked.
The dog
You got
leaves.
butt ass naked.
He's been butt ass naked.
Okay. So you
And,
pull
oh,
out.
God.
You pull out one now.
I'm starting out with just like the accoutrement, the aperitifs. So I'm pulling out the
That's not how
wineskin
she
of
pronounces it.
drow blood. I'm pulling out the wineskin
Accoutrement
of
in
orc
Francais
blood.
means earth.
Yeah, the beginning. That's the whole point. It's the beginning.
Ew.
Can you stop interrupting in and out of character?
Are you sure she's not your handler?
Jesus Christ, she's a pain. She's
I
handling
am,
my
I'm
fucking
telling
pure
you, I'm his
frustration.
hand.
Anyways,
Oh, I see.
so I was. That was in character. Out of character, I slapped across it.
Okay.
So I'm pulling
Oh, I
out
see.
the wineskin of blood, the wineskin of orc blood, of drow blood, and it's like, the blood magic is. That is an apprentice
It's
work.
bloody.
That doesn't affect you, but this is something to go with. And I also pull out. It's like, however,
He starts inspecting some of these things as you're talking.
if you were to perhaps draw blood, either of your own or of an atlas, or maybe of someone you wish to get more attention out of, and I pull out the wineskin of the sacred water. It's like this. It's a special treat. This is water from the fountain of Esting. And one sip of this calming, purifying water will soothe any wounds or sores that you may have to whatever extent you require of. And it's, my bad, it's a full package.
I have a berry.
Are you still? I'll
He
move
does, in
that.
fact, have a berry.
Something about Frankenberry.
Now, I could.
Yes, he can.
If you don't fucking interrupt me again.
He's just
Now-
annoyed because I keep interrupting him.
As you know,
He doesn't.
He takes
That's
the
it.
water skin and he like kind of takes a drink and swishes it around in his mouth a little bit before he swallows.
He's like,
And he looks a little unimpressed.
I have
You
plenty
should
more.
be. That's in character.
Trying to work my magic here.
I
You
just
don't
want
have
to
any
take out
magic in
while
character.
this is being delayed, I just like throw the hill troll toes
Yeah.
on the table, and then like a couple of the ice fingers. I remember you said the fingertips were magical. I'm just like, this is what I found.
Okay. He takes it and he's inspecting as well.
So I pull out like the rest of the animal stuff. So I have the black ooze in flask. I have the yellow ooze, the 3 eyes, the 5 tentacles, and the 10 teeth.
This he is actually quite interested in.
Actually, he's
I have the vomit slug. I have the yellow ooze.
All the oozes he's very interested in.
in character.
I have a
He's actually really
So
good.
like someone
I'm
vomited
just-
and the
yeah.
slug came out, and I was like,
He's really
put
good.
that in my pocket.
He's very handy.
You want
It's like we have all these. So again,
he hasn't even stopped yet.
as I said, the blood was merely just the beginning. We have all these things that
Clearly.
can be used for a variety.
My excitement
Spells.
builds.
Variety of
Creatures.
things that are very
Oh
to the good.
my god! You gotta stop.
You're real sad you got rid of that silence spell.
Variety. I'm about to pull out the duct tape spell. Please have a sip of my own beer. Please don't go.
Roll persuasion.
I use my persuasion eyes.
He's just gonna drink more things so I can't drink it anymore.
I'm not your brother. I am gonna put it over here though.
I love you.
Oh, something that I meant to do from the very beginning. Okay. When I hand him the 10 gold, I have a flask of top shelf wild liquor that I also meant to give to him as a gift. And it's like, apologies for, having your money and shit. Or
He also takes a swig of it and just kind of swishes around in his mouth.
I want to specify. You
Kind
said
of
this
smells
is the
it.
good shit.
Alright. Kind of smells a little bit. It's decent.
So,
It's really
I also hand him the overflowing like sack of the magic mushrooms that just keep expanding, and it's like I don't know if you have a use for these. We found
There's a very good use for them. They're top stopper.
Takes the mushrooms. Ever growing mushrooms.
you're throwing off my groove. You gotta stop. This is both in and out of character. Like Brock is so frustrating.
Yeah, you are.
And like I'm trying to build some momentum here, and you keep jumping in like a shitty sidekick. You gotta stop. I love you to death. Please.
This halfling, these mushrooms are actually very valuable to the right person, especially in this area here. I could sell these for quite a pretty penny.
Okay.
there you go, a baggie.
If you thought that was something, you ain't seen nothing yet.
You really have?
And keep in mind, if you keep those in the dark space, you will never run out. That is.
I'm aware.
I
I'm
think
Oh
he
my
knows
God.
better than you. I think he probably knows more about it.
Now,
We just
I think
This is a man who knows about mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
Mushrooms are great.
I know quite a few ingredients.
I hand him like a large bulging pouch, and as I put it down, a puff of like little smoke comes out, and it's like, now this was a particularly hard item to acquire. This is a satchel filled to the brim with Balrog ash. After we
Stop.
That time very interesting.
Like
He pulls it
stuff
forward, and you see him kind of look in the bag. Yeah, you give it a taste. He looks in the bag, and you can see like his eyes flare with this kind of yellowish red kind of light, and then it quickly fades, and he kind of closes the bag, and you see his hand disappear behind the desk, and
Start
he doesn't.
jerking it.
Yeah, he doesn't. The bag's gone. He just bring it back up.
Now, we acquired this from defeating of a Balrog in the Fey Wilds. It was trying to take down the kingdom of the elves.
How far does his gold pile?
It's they're kind of scattered about. There's different piles. If you wanted to like kind of
Just
pile
hide
them
a
up.
pile?
Yeah, that's what.
Pile.
Just keep
You
it
guys
going.
get out.
I get up. I get out
Can
the
I
pile.
join him now?
I get out the
Please
pile.
do.
And I'm
Please
pushing,
do.
I'm pushing it into
Okay.
more piles.
Okay.
Having so much
Just keep your
fun.
clothes on.
Dive back in it. And
Okay.
I'm just like swimming through the piles.
I'm swinging
an
with you.
alligator.
I'm swinging with you.
There you go.
We're going through the
It's a big boat.
God.
Seems to be the thing to
Big
do.
boat and then a little.
Yeah.
Love me some money.
All right. So.
So
he
I
takes this back.
I gingerly pull out like a small bell jar, and I have in here half the hemisphere
I'm the
of a brain. It's like, now this is a personal trophy of mine that I didn't want to hold on to, but I knew you would have great use for it. This is the brain of the Drow Queen who conquered Dragon's Den and deceived an entire kingdom.
When did you get her brain?
Oh, I got her brain. Lucrota? Am I crazy? Lucrota? Who's Lucrota? I have someone's brain.
God. I had a name for the queen, but it never was revealed.
No, you never.
Who's
met her.
Lucrota? I have someone's brain. I specifically have the right hemisphere of someone's brain. It was after the Balrog.
Would it?
It was before I got the scrap of invisibility cloak.
Croak.
Croak. Oh, I mean, they croaked when I got the brain.
Great hemisphere.
I have someone's brain.
Okay. We'll work that out.
Alright. I'm assuming Baracus knows.
Yeah.
Ryan is a dumbass.
The right temporal.
I am also sharing this dumbassery. 'Cause I
It's
don't
specifically the
remember.
right hemisphere from the
Half the
frontal
cerebellum.
lobe back to the
I
cerebellum.
need to go service my
Half the
There.
cerebellum.
Oh, and I passed that to
You wanted
him.
to see, right?
With the tap of the
Yeah, but I'm interested in this
Now.
conversation.
Okay.
This next item is also
Gold.
the decision to pass it on to you was a very difficult one because I knew how beneficial it could be to me, specifically in my own investigations of the arcane. And I pull out a small little pouch, and inside I open it, and I pull out some calipers, and I pull out the Lich Finger knuckle. And I say, this was a particularly loathsome lich that we had outside the village of Ethel?
Estes Moon Elves.
Estes
It's a colony of Moon Elves.
of Moon Elves, who was being plagued by this lich that we expertly took down.
Nice one.
But I saw this piece and I knew
Really?
that you had to have it. And I put it back in the pouch and I passed the pouch to you. Beware. Even though the lich has been disposed of, the knuckle may contain some arcane secrets that I'm sure you'll have no problem discovering.
That's what I was about to accomplish. I know how to do my job, Baracus.
Oh, I know you do. That's why I left it to you.
Clearly.
And he takes a look in. It's like, this was a particularly low level lich, but
You got the lesson.
decent nonetheless.
Now, as I'm sure you've heard from many people, and Brockus can't help but have like this biggest shit-eating grin while he's saying this, but like he's trying to be discreet about it, but it's not working. We have slain more than a few dragons, and oh, that's gonna be the piece of the resistance.
On the wall. Yeah.
And I say, we have so many wonderful gifts for you regarding dragons. And I start pulling out like a scattering of dragon scales and dragon teeth and dragon claws. I pull out,
Another dragon hunter. Just barely pocket.
and I pull out big plates,
Can you put that in on your way out? There.
like several plates of dragon eggshell. And I start putting these down. And it's like, these were scavenged from a variety of dragons. From many different adventures.
Just reach down to the floor.
From the many times that we have killed dragons. And
He kind of takes them,
I give them to you in service and stewardship.
starts kind of separating and counting them.
He instantly
He
knows
gets,
what kind of dragon.
Specifically, he gets 7 dragon claws,
Thank you.
4 dragon teeth. Where is it? I just crossed it out. 6 dragon elf eggshell fragments, which you said were about as big as plates.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I place 2 flasks of black dragon poison.
This will fetch me a pretty penny, but not quite as much as the Balrog ashes.
Oh, I'm sure. But hopefully you'll find some use for this. And I pull out this package wrapped in like leather, like basically a leather sheet, and it's all wrapped up. It's about the size of this big. And I pull it out, and I put it on this. Oh, sorry. Before that, and before
Forget
that,
you. What now?
I pull out
Shut
a tattered cloth that's about like yay big. It's like, this is a scrap of invisibility cloak. We got this from a loathsome drow, and I knew that you would find some use for it.
This I actually have no use for. I'm not an enchanter whenever it comes to magical items. I'm more of a, what is it, alchemist?
Yeah, like an apothecary.
Yeah, apothecary.
Yeah.
That is what
more
I
for
do with,
ingredients.
especially with broken magic items. The magic goes away, and then it's just a piece of cloth. You can get a new, like, nice cloak, and then put invisibility on it, and that would suit you much more than using the scrap.
Absolutely true, and I apologize for inconveniencing you. However, this next piece, I am quite proud of. Buddy, this is my class. This is what I do.
He's been waiting for this
He
moment
got a
all
lazy
campaign.
takes very slowly. There's a fan model.
No, it's literally QVC. It's like, now this next one, let me tell you.
Yeah.
5
You order now.
Yeah.
You get the deals.
I'll give you 5 dragon scales, but 7 dragon scales.
For the price of 3.
I don't know.
Free shipping. We'll bring it right to you.
Magic numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
So I pull out this very large package, and I just put it right in front of him. It's like, now this
Yeah, large package.
was almost as difficult to achieve as the others. As the dragons, as the drow, as the Balrog. This, and I start peeling back layers as I'm talking. It's like, now this one
Just sits back and let you do it.
I am particularly proud of to bring you. And I pull it back, and you see like the skeletal hand sticking up as I'm pulling it back. And I pull back into the lane, and you see some exposed ribs. This is the cavity they devour.
You can see me smile a little bit as you say this.
Don't you have that baby fetus too?
That's what I'm fucking. You gotta stop!
You just pop out of the gold.
Have you shown him the fetus yet?
The fetus! The fetus!
Get to the point!
Fetus,
And I'm just like,
the fetus!
I cast.
It's French.
I absolutely want to shut the fuck up! Like in the middle of him, like unwrapping.
I cast.
Swear to God, woman!
It didn't hurt you.
She hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Oh,
I reach my hand.
This is black
I reach
match.
my hand. Just
that is
tap
a
her
for
on
real
the shoulder.
struggle. Like,
Let's
goddamn.
get back in here.
Sometimes
Hands
they have
just
off
expect
Why
lines.
you go out in the daylight, fucks you all up. Like,
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Baracus cries. I say, I have
Gold
a
pieces are falling
Anyways.
off of you.
I'm
Get the fuck
sorry,
away from me.
Baracus.
If you love me, you would shut the fuck up for 2 seconds.
One Mississippi, two Mississippi.
Please don't.
You're basically on Baracus' shoulder, and then you just like fall off into the gold.
little coins and jewels.
So I pull out this fetus. And
Finally.
et tu, Brute. I show the goddamn baby fetus.
Yes! 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 Feel it! Feel it! Oh, I'm sorry. What now?
That was in character.
Did the fetus start to look like me as it was devouring my soul?
No, it's looking like me.
Not
it's dead.
anymore. It just looks like a generic penis. Some
Well,
aliens.
also, you got to consider the size of the Devourer. That is like a adult-sized human being.
Can I say like off character or whatever?
Yeah.
I've actually seen a fetus like that, like in the jar at the lab. Like the university I was at was kind of old, and they found like a jar with the fetus in it, and it's the most disgusting, coolest thing ever. 'Cause it's like,
What kind of freaking lab do you go to?
it was just regular.
Abby Normal. Abby something.
Abnormal.
So, Baracus,
But it was really fun.
And
your
touch
friends
you.
say this is fetus.
this is the central cavity of the Devourer, a vile beast, which
I am aware.
was
of these
no
creatures.
fun on our part to acquire.
Wouldn't there be more souls in it? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's you
The
are.
souls escape.
Everyone, shut the fuck up. They did escape. Yeah.
Drendar explains. The souls escape. What's
Okay,
this been said?
that's really good to know. 'Cause
And
I
then
should've
right
looked
next
that
to it, I
up.
place a small jar with a yellow eye inside
That's
it.
how I was saying.
Oh, I've also given him all of Claudia's shit too, but I can't remember what that is.
What's the yellow eye again? Is that the slime? Or,
Can you?
okay.
You two.
Well, I was,
I'm trying to craft a story here. I'm trying to paint a picture, and you're fucking.
Put it in there,
That is the
and
man.
I just put a yellow.
I put a yellow jar, and I was about to explain what the fuck.
You didn't say.
It's a fetus in a
You
jar.
said I put a jar up there.
And then the next thing that was gonna come out of my mouth was, and this.
Yeah. Alright, go on.
Your inflections are off.
It's okay, Brian.
But I'm about to leave. She's walking home.
I'll take you home, Virginia.
Will not.
What are you trying
It's
to
the
do?
Yotzel eye.
It wouldn't fit in a jar.
Oh my god!
I didn't think
It's a large jar.
It would.
A big jar.
You're reasonably sized, sure.
Oh,
Nothing like
fuck
this.
no. Get that.
Oh, okay.
I see.
It's not what I think of a jar. I think like.
I expertly tell him that there's a fucking Yotzel eyeball in a jar. Hey,
I don't know, I couldn't
we killed
tell.
a god's servant, and here's the eyeball proof. Fucking goddamn it! I'm done with my list. I am no longer happy in sharing this story. Thanks everybody involved in crushing my dream.
You're welcome.
I want to go dive in the gold with this
There
guy.
you go. There you
Sit
go.
down.
Is that a natural
Join
crushing
us in the
despair?
gold.
Oh god, yeah.
I think you need to roll for that one.
Yeah, I did. How many hit
Uh,
points do I lose from psychic damage?
So basically, it takes the Yotzel eye. This is impressive,
Forever long.
but I
Oh
will
my
say,
god, shut up!
I will
I love
say,
you, but damn.
the fetus and the Balrog is what's keeping you all alive right now. Since you brought me these items, we have an accord. But that being said, given the time that it took, I'm going to take a little bit off. But for all of this, I can offer you. This is not the right. I'm trying to
Cannot
have
be
a
this
moment
really
myself
awesome
here.
out of character song.
Oh yeah. I totally planned this. I'll offer you back one of these platinum pieces. And out of character. I know you're gonna haggle, but
No.
but-
I'm taking that graciously.
I want to stop.
Just to let you know, a platinum piece, as I said before, I was bringing down the gold basically to where like a thing of gold will get you through like a week, just normal life. So where that's nice. If you have like a platinum piece, you could buy a small town.
And a platinum is 100 gold, right?
Yeah.
Or is it 10 gold?
Oh god, it's 100 limit.
Is it 100 gold?
It's 100 for clear is good.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking, I'll take that. Okay. I am taking that while they're fucking distracted. Because they're distracted.
No,
No,
I'm paying
can I
attention. I was
roll-
like, sir,
Win back on
I
not
know
win back,
that's
but what
most
is it
generous,
called?
but given where we're headed next, I was wondering if you would barter more in the way of.
Hey, how about you let me have the conversations with the fucking
I'm
money man?
already talking. It happened. I spoke.
Okay.
What is it called when you want to
We would like to
I take the platinum and I pocket it.
Did he hand it to us?
He just put it on the table for
It's like-
as an offering. So if he
Sleight
grabs
of
it, he grabs it.
A lot of sleight of hand.
Well, since he already took the party gold,
I would
That was
say-
payment for.
Critter, may I roll sleight of hand?
You gotta
for
remember, that was
5 gold?
also payment for last
Uh,
stuff that he gave us, plus
yes.
extra.
What did you roll for?
Exactly.
So we can barter for future services with this, which is what I'm saying.
Well, since he said we took so
12
long,
plus what?
he isn't necessarily
Can you
willing
help
to
me?
give us
No,
freebies
no.
like
hand.
he
What
did
that means
last
is he
time.
would have given us more.
24.
24.
No,
Yes.
no.
Okay, thank you.
We haven't even begun to negotiate that yet.
He gave us a bunch of shit on credit last
Yes.
time. And this was the payment. The stuff that we gave him was
I know
payment
what
for that
happened.
stuff plus extra.
I'm totally seeing this as Drundar looking at you guys talking. That's far
Anyways.
more interesting this way.
Oh my god.
I'm just going to ask, how do we go about getting another?
Obtaining some more potions.
I stole
Exactly.
gold from you, so
Well,
five
We
gold.
can
Oh,
either.
I didn't challenge
Store
that.
credit.
Excuse me. Hold on.
You didn't know about it.
It's slight
No.
of hand.
That would be
I'm
your-
sorry.
it
I
would-
have a natural. What was your natural roll? What was your roll?
Brachus.
Hold on. 12?
That was her natural roll.
What was your sleight of hand?
Plus 12 is 24.
Okay, beats mine. I'll lose 5 gold.
I was gonna say also, it's technically your passive because you're not really paying attention.
Well, that's the
like-
thing. My passive perception was a 20.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
it was
but-
24. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that beats it. No, you're right. You're right.
That's
totally
why I
beat
didn't
that.
say anything. Otherwise, I would
Fucking you. Also, I just put a platinum piece in my pocket. And she's like 5 gold.
Because you won't notice that.
So, Drundar is like, so, if you wish to have store credit from me, I can give you a better offer than just cash.
What would be the better offer?
Well, it would
Platinum
be-
is substantial.
It
We
would be a
appreciate
platinum
that.
and a half.
Worth of store credit.
So about 150 gold worth of store credit instead of just the platinum. As well as we can just trade back and forth via the platinum that you have now. It's whatever you prefer.
I believe that you're probably the only well-off merchant with anything of
What
merit.
makes you say that?
We
He seems
walked
very
most
happy
of the
about
way
this.
here. Well, you know, we walked from one edge of this territory to this.
Bard, I guess. Performance couple.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Fucking roll
No.
advantage. Oh, you
No,
got
no.
it, granted.
I was just-
Double nat 20. Not really.
I was just saying that, like, you guys were a part of the team, so you guys know how to perform together.
Where we're headed, we expect to run into a couple more false devotees. And, of course, you know, everything running around this country.
It is quite
That's
interesting,
been
I
fun.
do have to say.
Would
All the better
you-
for me.
Would you allow us to continue collecting for you and bartering back and forth? I mean, we seem to have a good accord.
Yeah. What's your name?
As far as now, with the money you have paid, or we might return that, it depends on what you have.
Out of character, literally any potion you can think of.
Oh, hell yeah, I need more haste potions.
How much is it worth, though?
5 wait.
I was gonna say, if you can pay for that out of your own pocket, it's fucking flat.
I'm not doing. I'm broke. I'm broke. I had to
When do
sell
we
my
let
two.
Baracus hold the
Yeah,
parcel?
hey, I'll lend you 5 gold. Wait, what the fuck? Where's my 5 gold? Oh!
I had sold my 2 silver tip swords
know what you're
just to
talking
have
about,
enough gold
Baracus.
to buy that 1 potion from Hogwarts.
Hey, I think Lagertha will let you 5 gold.
That's what's up.
I know on good authority that she has 5 gold.
I don't have any gold. I'm
Oh god, I forget.
I
A
saw-
haste potion, let's make
Yeah.
it.
I sold 2 of my
No.
swords to have enough.
just
to get
tagging
that
along this party.
Let's make it 10 gold.
Can go.
Look, I was.
Let's
his
make
pet,
up a list
like,
of what we want.
Good God.
Unwillingly here.
So that was my hard-earned money.
Got a deal for you!
Out of curiosity,
He stole it and I stole it back.
out of curiosity,
Now
what
you
was
like
that potion of ultimate healing worth?
That one was a one-time offer.
Okay, well, it was put to great use. It was. Did you? I know you have your allies and associates everywhere.
I'm not watching every step you make. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Before we go on, I do want to specify, and I want to get something down in contract.
Okay.
What is, and this is in character, what is your time frame for delivery? Because
As of
clearly
right
I
now,
took too long.
This time around, since I have given you nothing, just given you nothing, it is whenever you're ready to come and give me more, and that's up to you. You may never come back and never want to sell me anything again, if that's your fancy, but
Because we had credit.
it's
the last
because
time.
you had credit last time that I expected something in return with due haste. This time around, you have nothing, so...
so far.
So far?
Well, I've grown quite fond of you, even though you have sent assassins after me. Though, I understand why. Especially since, as far as you were concerned, I had stolen 10 platinum.
You owed me money.
I know. But hopefully, this encounter will show you that truly I am loyal to you, and with that loyalty comes results.
Do you have raised him?
Can you not interrupt me? God damn!
Just like going through your spell book, just like.
It's like, if we have to kill this bitch, can you raise that? We gotta teach him a lesson real quick.
Technically, I can use it twice.
For the record, Brachus is absolutely aware of the fact that not only could he not do any damage to Drundar, even if he wanted to, most likely any damage that he did to Drundar will be reflected on him, and he's taking that very seriously, which is why any interruption from anyone, Brachus is just like...
Just killing himself.
Shut... You don't, like... Brachus is aware that he's facing, essentially, the godfather of godfathers, and no one else is.
He's not that impressive.
Shut the fuck up!
So, I do see that you do give me results. This fetus and this other ash pile that you have given me will
What happened?
prove great results for what I can do in this world.
Unicorn? No, the unicorn. We didn't kill the unicorn. Oh, that's in my instrument now. That's
That's part of your instrument.
That's buffing my
yeah.
buffing my spellcasting,
Okay.
which we never
We
talked
never
about.
went through.
We'll go through that later.
It'll happen when it needs to happen.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
The moment
God, where's that spell?
Because I've got like a good instrument now, and I've got like an evil instrument. I've got my violin made from the strung with the unicorn hairs, and I've got the harp
No, I
made from
already
the
bought it.
Balrog's
Oh, yeah.
horn. And I've got a scrap of invisibility croak, which I'm going to make into a drum. My invisible drum. Makes no noise because it's a scrap of cloth. Not a speaker or anything.
So it is an invisible drill. Just the noise is invisible.
Oh, and out of character specifically, I am saving those drow.
Whoa!
Drow scouts for
Oh
myself.
yeah. Oh yeah. I figured as much.
I didn't think any use for them, so I didn't bring it up, but those are 100 drow scouts!
Right? Is that like
that
one
would be
I just
fun.
one
Scouts.
thing?
We're gonna make
You
it
can fetch me my scouts.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway,
It was more a reference to
How much
Inglourious
do you
Bastards, but
charge?
yeah.
I haven't seen that.
D20 help.
And I want my scouts.
I want my
20 health
scouts.
potions go for 5 gold each.
100 drow scouts! And I want my scouts!
From 100 dead drow.
Oh, we'll have our, I mean...
Fucking love that movie.
Okay.
Does anyone else have a potion?
We gotta hang out
There's
more.
8 of us here.
You
800
want it
drops.
phased?
Let's do it.
Yes.
want it-
You have the arrow of Dragon Slayer. You remember you asked about it a while ago, and you have it. They found you and they gave it to you.
Yay.
What was your?
How's it work?
Oh god. Yeah, I'll give you.
Wow. First of all, I was going to offer him some werewolf game if he wanted it.
Okay.
And then...
Ah!
And then I was going to...
I'm in gold.
If I were to buy something for someone else, would you be able to...
Four to the left,
Through your power deliver it to me?
three to the right.
I mean, I can pay for delivery.
That would be something special because that's something that I personally can do. But that's not something that I normally sell. I sell potions.
Can you
Well, I mean, I am looking for a
Rainbow.
potion for somebody.
Why are you the
Someone else,
worst?
okay. What kind of potion?
Stranger Thing.
Well, I mean, my fiance was pregnant, and I thought maybe something to help her with morning sickness.
Silver piece.
Well,
It
doesn't
basically
morning-
seems like
No fun.
Morning sickness lasts like a couple weeks. Wouldn't you
I
need
am
like
very
a dozen?
fun.
Your room.
there's multiple swigs in the bottle.
Oh, great.
So you can assume that this one silver piece can handle it the whole
I'll
way.
write it down. Morning sickness potion.
Need help. You
I can,
fun.
I mean,
Baracus has a platinum. He's buying everything.
and I thought
You plan on having more kids? We can go ahead and get 5.
Okay, so specifically you said Drundar sells more like potions and stuff instead of enchanted items.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But-
pretty much anything you think.
Does
of as
anyone
potion.
else want a
I also
potion?
thought I would
I'll take a potion.
Do you want anywhere?
Are you
I
giving
need
potions
something
away?
Can I just like put y'all down for a health potion
not
each?
that
And
Sure.
if we can
impressive.
manage it,
He
maybe
kind of looks you up and down.
there's a spell that's like the highest level paladin
understand.
spell. I want a
I'd
potion
offer.
of that.
I don't-
I figured you
I
guys want one
appreciate
too.
it.
Oh,
but
sure.
It's not worth the effort.
You got your haste. Lagertha and Baracus.
I'm checking right now. How much party gold do we have?
Yeah, however,
You have
it's at
one
your
platinum.
tax that you
How much
know,
party
that's
gold do we
your
have?
cost, your
You have one
advertising,
platinum.
you
How
still
much
have-
party
Oh,
gold
yeah.
do we have, motherfucker?
You want to sell
One
that?
platinum.
Hey,
No,
you'll
that's
see 'em. Why you have to be so
That's a
rude?
family.
She bring it into me.
No, you
I've
just
got-
can't
You
hear
didn't get
Trust me,
all
he'd
those
be
monster
flattering your
pieces
interest,
by
so
yourself. That's
I'll let
party
you know.
gold. In fact, it's party
I
platinum.
appreciate it.
You didn't have your head on a goddamn stake.
That was because you fucked up and took some poor sap's
Yeah, I was
money.
about to say.
I took nothing. He handed it to me. He
I
said,
wasn't sure
"Here's
that he
10
existed.
platinum," and I said,
And you
"Yes, sir."
saw nothing wrong with that. You
I
poor
did not.
idiot. You
I did not. I saw
poor
a drunk idiot passing me money.
I
That's
saw
on
two
him.
drunk
That's
idiots.
on him.
You
He
mean
didn't pass you anything. You took it off the table.
Nah,
he
he
gave it
offered
to
it.
him.
But
But,
he
you
did
were
put it on
dumb
the
enough to
table.
take it.
Yeah.
You stupid whore.
He
You would've
wanted
been dumb
to
enough
pay
to
him
take
for
it
his
too.
efforts.
I didn't. It didn't happen. See how it didn't
Yeah.
happen?
Would have happened.
Because he got me money.
That did happen too. I'm not proud of that.
That is not your platinum. That is
I'm
the
good.
party's platinum.
I don't need
Can I-
anything.
can I-
And you don't need anything
can I
from
give
me.
him a little
Oh.
handwritten note for Dahlia to
Oh my
put
God,
in the
what is
package
happening?
that
You
he's
need to buy
delivering?
Well, let me do the math. What did you want?
One more.
Can I get, like,
Okay.
give him a little handwritten note?
I figured
for
we should
Dahlia
each
so
get a
he can
potion
put it in
if
the
we have enough
potion
money.
if he
Yeah,
delivers
me
it.
too. Haste is
So he
10.
takes note and he just kind of
That's
like
fair, but I figured maybe a
takes a
D20
little
health
bit of
potion as
adhesive
well.
Yeah.
that he has
I
on
mean,
the door and he
so
just kind of
much.
slathers it on the bag.
Did Lagertha or Baracus want anything?
I'm good.
I just,
Health
You
potions.
had
want
just
to make
health
sure she
potions?
knows I'm good.
You said everyone's getting a health potion, so
Yeah,
very
we'll
important
probably
to
buy
you.
a
She'd
D20
like-
health potion for everybody at least.
Celestial
maybe a
or
potion of
something.
invisibility.
Yeah, that's a thing.
I mean, in my
Okay,
heart,
yes. How much
Because
for
I'm
a
fucking
potion
rogue.
small and I don't have anything else?
I mean, you're
How
also
much for a
supposed to
potion
treat-
That's what I'm
invisibility?
saying. Like,
A potion of invisibility.
I don't know.
Razor-
I have-
Like,
even
you know,
exist in this game?
Tell me both prices, please.
Razor would be
Her
tingle.
stealth is just
We'll go
like
with that
that.
one.
Like, she's so stealthy.
You're not
Uh,
wrong.
just
She can
so
also
you
like
know,
hide behind a tree stuff and be like stealth.
Stealth.
How much
Just
is for
okay,
dispel
no,
magic?
but I need
Dispel
something that
magic
would
would
take
be
me.
5 gold.
Like, I got swollen by this fucking animal
already have
last
one.
time, and I couldn't do shit.
Well, it's
Razor
because it tramples
lasts for like an
all
hour.
No,
over.
but
that,
she-
that you
you
attack
can move and
too.
attack
She
and
could
you
take
also
like
shit.
she could take like a fire breathing
Continually,
spell
nothing happens.
to
Yes.
get out of like or a
lesser,
smoke bomb.
you can't
Yeah,
attack or
smoke bomb
anything, but it
part.
lasts for fucking 8 hours. and you
I
can
want
move
that
around.
fire thingy.
Just so that you know.
I
There
just
is
I just said that.
advantages to both.
Explain that to her, make her pick.
The specifically invisibility, there is a greater or lesser. Greater like lets you wander around for an hour and you can attack
magic
people
plus-
and you can do all sorts of stuff.
No,
Stay
but I
under-
have stealth and shit.
That,
Yeah, but
you
stealth-
don't have greater
Stealth
though.
takes you out of
Yeah,
invisibility.
as soon as you attack, you're out of invisibility.
Yeah.
That greater
Oh.
does not. Regular invisibility does, but it lasts for 8 hours. So you can walk around.
But
and
if
see
you
people
attack,
and
it
shit.
drops.
Yeah, but if you attack, it drops.
Greater invisibility is shorter, but you can attack and never lose that invisibility. It's
So it's a
right.
Oh, that's a good one. I want that
Yeah,
one.
that's your
Greater?
sneak attack every single time,
Yeah.
dude. That's you
She wants greater.
every single time.
Okay, let's do the math.
Right.
Like,
I never saw
Looks
it.
like you're in the universe.
so,
Times 8.
is it safe to assume that this town's prosperity is
There it's
not
written.
part due to
I would
your
like
presence
something
here?
sweet written right here.
You'd be right to assume this was my doing. I'm kind of their god now. He smiles.
What's 8 times 5?
40.
Shay, actually make the dispel magic 3 gold.
Okay, got it.
I'll take a couple of those.
Well, we had a friend traveling with us, and it seemed, well, I think the assumption that we agreed upon was that she wasn't able to enter town and has now disappeared. Could you,
If
He
it's
starts laughing at you.
I just want to know if she's alright.
hey,
Yes and no. You see, you had a spy in your midst.
What are you doing?
Oh, yours?
Not mine, and yours. This person, in some way, in some fashion, has worked for the one in gray. If anybody who works for the one in gray, or is of a monstrous descent, they cannot enter this town, and they disappear from existence.
Shit. Forever.
He kind of looks back and forth, and he says, "Yes, but you might want to roll insight."
No, I don't know. Insight?
Yeah.
That's 20 total.
Okay. He seems to be.
That's a natural 20.
Woo! You are so like. Yeah, exactly. She's not dead. She is just somewhere else. You know this in your heart. She what? In your heart of hearts, you know that she will come back. But
This
you
isn't
think that you
'cause
might
you
have
know
to kill this
magic.
guy to do it.
The one in gray, not Drundar.
Drundar. Drundar is the one who's making this all happen, as far as the protection of this town. And therefore, either evil things or things that work for the one in gray, or have worked for the one in gray, cannot enter and disappear from existence. As soon as that goes away, you assume that she'll come back.
If he dies or if he leaves.
Either or. Because you can assume that this has a radius or a diameter or whatever.
He might go away eventually.
I mean, probably.
You fucking do sending. It's not hard. Although he'd probably notice. He'd be like, "You're casting sending." And you're looking at each other.
Can you willingly bring her back?
If you want to ask that in character.
I'm in gold, dude. I don't give a shit.
Okay, cool. Then you don't know yet.
I'm just there.
You have to spend everything outside of it.
I'm like, oh, I have this man.
Then she'll come back on her own accord.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes about a mile
Well,
long.
if I leave and I wish to stay, this is quite pleasant.
Yeah.
Have you given up the touring to the different parts of the world? Or?
For now, this seems to be very profitable. And he kind of looks around. I'm happy here for as long as it's happy here. A lot of times in my line of work, things go wrong at some certain point in time. It's never decided at this point in time that will happen, but I can't stay in one spot for very long. I just
Making your home
I
a
reap
ship.
my benefits and then I'll leave whenever things get.
Poke my like snout out, feel the black dragon, and that's.
Got it?
I mentally crossed him off the wedding invite.
Am I invited to your wedding?
Slow.
The name was Brooke.
Oh, Brooke.
I'm still mad about it.
Is there anything else that I can
Oh,
do?
we
for
want.
you?
I've got a list of things to buy.
You guys-
Let's go with.
See,
If I told you the gold that
See
you
ya.
wanted, you have it. It's
Okay, can we take that out of the platinum?
Yeah.
Okay, I need a.
That
no,
was
you cannot take anything out of the platinum. Excuse me. Hold on, I was not gone for that long.
Was that a
Yes,
conversion
you
of
were.
100?
Yes.
Okay.
What's my potion again? Sorry, the upper
Greater invisibility.
greater invisibility.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah, it was.
I will take on credit. Thank you very much.
She's not offering credit.
Well, he can. But you guys.
He
have
is
to-
offering credit.
He can,
I think
but
We're
you
not
have
gonna
to
make it
return
back in
fast.
time.
Yeah.
What's our party gold?
I think the safe bet is just purchase.
180, that's all we got. That includes
180.
food.
Supplemented by my 40,
180 is pretty
not
good
45, 40 gold.
Supplemented by, we have 280 party gold.
You're
with
pretty
the
good.
platinum.
Yeah, that's a decent sum of money.
280 party gold. I'm looking at spending 114 right now.
Perfectly fine. You got the gold.
So we have 180.
280.
We have 180
And
plus the platinum.
I want haste as well, though. No, I can use
Now
this
you're
one.
just being wasteful.
I'll take your face.
I fucking.
No, I don't want to spend that. I don't want to go over
Nah, you're good.
$114.
You good?
So, pretty much got everything worked out, or?
Yes. Unless Baracus wants to make me fight him or something. That's party money. We're spending it on surviving this fucking place.
I have spells.
I pull my sword out.
Okay, if Baracus doesn't want to make that party gold, are we all, who wants to go? Like,
I dimension door away from you. I dimension door away. That is not up to
I'm
them.
like
I already
this.
took it.
I like this.
Fuck it.
Here you go, Drendar.
That's
And I'll fish
fake
out
money.
And I just sink back into the
Alright.
Huh?
So,
We
you
can
guys-
squabble out of
Yeah.
character, yeah.
you guys get all the potions, everything that you want. And he says, I hope to see
Break
you again
down.
at some point, depending on how things go in
You got
this
one haste
kingdom.
and then one d20 health
In
potion.
this kingdom of shadow. I might not be in the continent anymore,
Did you write down?
but we will see.
Now,
Well, hopefully
Drundar,
we'll be able to bring back more treats.
was there? Now I noticed you have special
I
interest
got
in
you 3 discoveries.
demonic accoutrement.
Anything
You
that would
got
be unnatural to
your
its plane
sickness
usually
potion.
has a
And one
certain
d20 health potion.
aspect that I require
Oh, you
in
also
my
got
potion
one
making.
d20 health potion.
So far, you guys have not taken into account the special things that I particularly sell, which is mostly poisons and things that make you rot away.
Excuse me.
I got poison.
Out of character. Excuse me. I got him some black dragon venom, sir.
You got a 1d20 health
That was
potion
out of
and your
character.
morning sickness potion, right, Mort?
I did not insult the man.
Basically,
You
you
got your
spared my
1d20
life.
health
He's
potion.
pretty much letting you know that
And
he's
your
usually in a shadier
morning sickness
business than
potion.
just the standard
You
like
have
health
to work out
potions.
the limit.
Right. No, I got that. Oh shit! I got the
You
scourge.
got
Um,
1d20
What was the delivery
plus
fee?
potion
Delivery
haste.
fee, let's
Yeah,
make
I
it
got
a gold.
You know, since
Okay,
I'm
I pay
asking,
for that.
what's his most vile poison?
My most vile poison is one that can kill you within a minute. It'll make you wither away.
How much does that cost?
That one's going to cost you 10 gold, but if you want that as a digestible, that is 10 gold. If you want that to be shot at something or on a weapon of some sort, that's 50 gold. You get the feeling that this is a one-way ticket that nothing can really cure, and they're dead.
I'm gonna pass him that platinum and be like, all right.
It was also colony of
You
Germany,
don't
so-
need it very specific.
Do you need an attack?
I pull the platinum out of Biff's pocket and I'd be like, here you
It's in
go.
his pocket.
Yes,
but
you
look
do
at
need an
that.
attack.
How much party gold do you
Right.
have?
Let me do the math right now.
Because I would like some.
Yeah.
I got
Otherwise, you gotta
scourge
sneak
that
it
holds
into some
blood.
drink or something.
Or that holds poison.
We have 156. How much are you spending?
Just 50.
50 though?
Yeah, on one.
No, everyone else had a max of 50.
But the scourge I can put into
Oh, are you supplementing your own money?
the platinum.
No.
You have 156 left.
For food and everything. For who knows
That's
how
one
long.
platinum plus 56. You're welcome. I'm sorry. After all those battles, were you investigating for shit? No, ma'am.
That's my eyeball.
No, it's not.
That is Bear Charger's Dust of Balrog.
And where are you? That's. I'm sorry. That's my Balrog
Show him the
ash.
monsters
That's
that
my.
I gave you.
That's my devourer
Did
fetus.
you write down your 1d20 health potion?
Great.
And
And the greater invisibility.
Wait,
for
wait,
Tim
what?
and Preston,
I only got greater
Huh?
visibility. What's up?
And
Go
you got a
write
health
down one potion of Destructive Wave.
Okay. May I have your pencil?
Destructive wave.
Uh-huh. One potion of Destructive Wave. And then 1d20 plus Constitution modifier health potion.
Got that. That's for you too.
One
Next level, 1d20.
I don't show
Plus
up
con.
next time. You're taking the
Plus what?
Yeah.
Con.
How much are poisons of anti-poison? We run into drought quite frequently.
Anti-poison. Man, you are really getting out of my line of work now.
Yeah, you're more a fan of the poisoning.
Anti-poison, since it is not my particular set of tea, will cost you 5 gold apiece, depending on the poison that you are trying.
No, for him it's
Drought poison in particular.
Drought poison, 5 gold apiece.
Wait, is Lagartha also getting destructive poison? Destructive? Okay.
Destructive
No.
Wave's a paladin thing.
I'm just getting help.
Just getting health and invisibility.
And then
I have the scourge, which one vial of poison will feed all 6 links
I
of
should
the
be
scourge.
How much personal
I
worth
join
do you
your
have
musical
just
town?
counting the platinum?
How much? 40 plus the platinum.
40. Okay.
Plus the platinum.
We can throw 20, that's fair.
Plus the platinum, you have 156.
We will
Sorry.
actually cut into
You have 56.
Sorry, you have to.
I'm giving you a platinum. That is Baracus' platinum.
This is Baracus' home.
How often are you going to melee?
How often are you going to heal yourself after you die?
But the
last time you died, we didn't have a cleric.
You still have that scale scroll.
Huh?
You still have that polymorph scroll.
Yes. The polymorph scroll and the invisibility scroll.
You haven't even used the polymorph. You spent a lot of money on
Yeah,
you last
you're right.
time.
You're right. Vic, you're right. I'm really good at saving. That's
also it causing problems. There's the reason why we owed him.
and getting myself out of problems, whereas you just rush in trying to help your party.
Who went into
Help
problems?
the party.
Help that you sent me into.
You're only convincing me that you're a problem.
Get rid of me. See how good you do.
I got bored now. I mean,
I'll be the next
Oh,
villain.
shit.
In a heartbeat.
This is perfect in character moment, by the way. This is
This is
amazing.
super fun.
By the way, this is like loud. We're like whispering
yeah.
harshly.
Oh,
John
I'm sure,
seems to be
I'm
used
sure
to this
he's
sort of
just like,
discussion in front of him.
Sitting back in
Yeah.
his gold
Like,
chair.
this is pretty normal. People start yelling at each other because they're like, usually it's because they're about to die. You know?
100 gold is pretty comfortable. I still think we need to get some anti-poison though. Who here is resistant to poison on their own?
Not me.
Just
You.
Just
just
you.
you. I think
I'm not.
Rob.
Azrael, yeah, technically.
Azrael, yeah.
Azrael.
Yeah.
Is it 5? That's very fine.
No.
Jesus
Hey,
Christ,
that's
Mort.
sick.
What chance do we have if you can't?
What letter is this?
I think that's a
Are
100
you
gold.
sure?
You said that like food and like board
Is there a
for
C?
10 people roughly would cost how much in an inn on average? Any
That would,
I didn't
for
see
10,
anything.
10 silver pieces of gold.
so 1 gold.
Do you remember what the King of the Feywilds was named?
Oh yeah, it's
That was a long time ago.
It's either Armidar or Arkmidar, or maybe it's not
Arundar Greenleaf.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's a you.
You. Dun 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 dun. You.
That's
So,
a toss-up. It's basically buy the anti-poison or buy the actual poison.
I just didn't
The
want you.
actual poison will help us more. We can bring
We're
you back to
going
life
to
after
fight
you die.
Drow.
We can bring you back to life after you die. I
You-
can't magically poison Drow with instant death poison.
I'm gonna buy the anti-poison.
6 times. The platinum's mine. I'm writing down platinum. I get a platinum. I'm buying stuff with my own platinum. Critter,
yeah.
make it so.
As long as nobody steals it from me, you're good.
It is in my bag of protection. No one can steal it from
Oh,
me.
cool, cool. Yeah, there you go.
I thought the bag can't be destroyed. I
Why
have
don't
the
you
bag
keep
that
your
can't be
gold
stolen.
inside
There
of
is a
your
bag of no
protection?
stealing. and a
I
bag
have
of
the bag
that way it
protection.
can't
I
steal
specifically
it.
have a
You
bag
have-
of protection.
Yeah, then that would be
It can
basically.
be stolen from.
I'm keeping it in my crotch. I'm keeping it under my dick.
Okay.
I have a special
Don't
pocket
reach
under
for
it.
That won't
it.
stop some people.
He's keeping the
That's
gold
it.
unless you try. and take
Critter?
it. Yes.
Can you possibly steal his bag of protection, or is just not like a thing?
You can steal
It's
the
not
bag
in
of
my bag of
protection.
protection.
It basically nothing can be harmed within it. That's pretty.
So,
much
like,
what
if you got.
someone
someone sets fireball on me,
How
I can
big is
explode
this
into a million
bag?
pieces.
It's
The
about-
bag will be perfect.
probably say this big.
That's
So I
funny.
can't fit
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I will steal it.
Get the bag, throw the bag.
Very, he's
In the
clever. He's
lava.
a clever boy.
So I specifically have 13 silver and 40 gold pieces. I'm buying that with my own money. The poison. what do I call it? Poison of super fucking death?
Yeah, there you go. Super fucking death. It's an action to put it on a weapon.
That's fine.
And you still can slip it in somebody's drink and it can
Should we get the
still kill them.
anti-poison?
I bought poison that will kill people. within,
Having
what,
a royalty
10 minutes, 10
there.
seconds?
It's a minute.
A minute, okay.
We
How
have
much is
56
that in
party
D&D
gold.
time?
Should we get the
One,
anti-poison?
4 rounds.
Wedding invite invitation.
And I do have the scourge, which you said is
Should we buy the
5d6
anti-poison?
poison if I had poison to it. So it's 5
That's
links.
putting us very low.
And if
on
I
that.
did, but it's like 1 vial of poison. We'll do it.
Do you have
How long does that
an
last?
Poison.
Is that 1 attack or is
Oh, I
that?
believe I
It's
used
one
it.
attack.
Okay.
Oh, no, I do. I do have an antidote.
Okay, so.
But
we-
also,
we have
just so you know,
anti-potions.
if you attack like
Do
a
you have an
skeleton,
anti-poison?
if you
Right.
attack a skeleton or
Jin
something,
doesn't
it's
have
not
any
gonna for any poison.
Jin doesn't have
But does that poison also affect like dragons?
So you would
yes.
need 1 for Virginia.
You're not sure
If
of
the attack lands.
Yeah, if the attack lands, and you're not exactly
spell slot.
like he said what it does, there's always exceptions in the world. There always could be something that happens,
Yeah.
you know, but as far as you know.
Having both
So
would be
the next
great.
unicorn I see, I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Are we gonna kill the unicorn?
No.
Man, they stopped me. Where were you like?
Yeah,
2
right.
months ago?
I'm sorry, I was in fucking Burkina Faso.
Go back to Africa.
You know, I wish I could because my homolog
Right
died.
down.
Oh my god.
Virginia,
That's something you just throw on the
Baracus,
Oh, God.
It is true. Like her community link. Just,
Tim
Yeah,
Preston, Virginia
horrible.
Ryan, and Ankle Biter all write down one anti-poison potion.
The heavily in a cold.
anti-venom.
Anti-poison.
Anti-venom.
There's a difference.
I guess there is, yeah.
I don't know.
Poisonous and venomous.
Yeah,
You're
it
good.
specifically drop
As long
poison.
as you understand what it means. Specifics don't matter.
Yeah, we're good.
You say potion that can kill
But in that case,
There you go.
have fun in the town of Rivermount that I now own. If you have any questions about the town, you may come to me and ask. And don't mess anything up, at least too badly, because otherwise I'm going to have to deal with it, and you wouldn't like that.
So I walk out, like everyone walks out, we walk out, and then I walk back in and I just look like, we good, right?
We're good.
Is everybody walking out?
Yeah, I guess
I'm
so.
inviting
I
Cookie.
come out the gold.
Would you like to pay me for a room here? You can sleep in here if you'd like.
What a fucking romp!
You can
This
be
man will make
comfortable.
money however the
But
fuck he
I
can.
will say
There's
that
a
it will
reason I
cost
got
you
so
10
much
gold.
money. 10 gold to sleep on the
On
gold.
my gold.
You could just sleep on the 10 gold.
And if you could do me a favor to wipe off your feet and brush off a little bit to get all that gold
This
out of your
is not him.
scales.
Okay,
Before
I'm
you
out.
leave.
10
Okay.
silver.
I will take one of my arrows and tie a little gold piece on a string to it.
I have no gold.
I look around. Like I thought everybody left.
Pretty much everybody's kind of like walking out except
Oh.
for him.
I have the stick with the string with the gold piece on it.
I look at the gold and I'm in, and I look at that.
I was gonna say, man.
Really? What the hell are you thinking?
I got his attention.
I know you got a whole pie, but here's a Colonel Graham cracker.
Yeah.
Just sink right in.
I get out the gold and I'm like,
shake off a little bit. There you go.
Are Gino's still alive? I forgot.
Oh,
They
yeah,
are.
stuff.
Last week, yeah.
Okay,
and
cool.
I walk out.
They're
just
invited.
sad.
Yeah. Alright. And you see that basically the boar is like on its side, and the orc is
Happy to
basically
slap
just
on the
scratching
salon.
his belly. He just, oh, he's a good boy.
Oh, by all means, continue.
Hey,
I walk out.
Thea, come
As
here.
soon as I get out the door, I'm like, what happened?
oh, nothing.
Did we go inside?
Yes.
The hell happened?
Happiness.
Where was I?
Happiness happened.
You had the fever.
So you guys gonna wander about the town, or what you guys up to?
Yeah, come here.
Well, how far are we from? They said the steed was in the.
The Blue Mountains.
How long is it from there?
Let me see. It is.
I gotta have a fever. He doesn't
about,
have
The fever's a good one.
We need to save that
about 2 days travel.
What time is it now?
There is a city in between the two, by the way.
Like, forgets who I am as you return.
Let's
Oh, yeah. That'll
see. You woke
Yeah,
up
she's
half a day. It was about 12. It's about 1 o'clock.
It would take a whole day to
I'm
get
inviting
there.
a roommate.
2 days.
No, to get to the city in between.
Yes.
So if we left
It's
now,
literally
we
in
wouldn't
the
get there
middle.
by
Rome
now.
is there before.
No, you get there by the
even had
middle.
wedding.
You were having. You cannot have the wedding without a roommate.
Rome is just
I know,
already
but
there.
I feel like he'd be insulted if I didn't like invite him.
How are you gonna invite him?
Hey God,
Hey, yo,
what's
bitch.
up?
Yo, bitch! Why don't you come?
I don't know,
Wait.
maybe in game we will be level 20 and then I
Uh,
use my divine intervention to summon a roommate to my wedding.
I know you're my god, and you're
That's
helping me
what you
become
use your
married.
divine intervention for?
How in character is that?
That is super.
But also you're like, hey, roommate, here's my wedding registry.
Yeah.
I need a crib bag, so.
No, he's building the crib himself. Are you kidding me?
So, what are you guys up to?
Pop the womb with that pig axe. 'cause
I'm
let's
going to
chop
like
down
the
trees.
merchant district and like I'm like merchant. I don't know. I'm trying to earn some money.
Yeah, on the main street there's a few stores, but there doesn't seem to be like any performances or anything like that. It doesn't seem to be.
Peddle off a scrap of invisibility cloak. That's invisibility cloak. You eat it.
You eat it, you become invisible.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, fucking persuasion is probably off.
No, I'm not doing that. Because I know Drundar will fuck with me if I do.
Alright.
It might fuck with me. I mean.
Yeah. Hey everybody, you see that dumb motherfucker? I'm your god now.
I did not say that.
So there is a few stores on the main streets. There are some farms, some animal life. There's a tavern. You're not quite sure what the stores are unless you start looking around.
I guess I'm looking for like a magical item store.
There wouldn't be one in here.
Okay.
You look around, you don't see
You have to turn
There's
around.
no
and go
magic
back.
fucking mage college.
Um.
Let's go see how it smells.
Okay, let's go say Where's my D6?
I want to get a drink.
No,
It's about
I
1
just
o'clock
didn't know where
in
it
the
was.
day.
So he wants to get a drink.
He wants to get a drink.
I don't know what to do. We shouldn't leave till the
Well,
morning.
I'm down
That
for
way
some
we get
drinks
to
after
the
that
place
interaction.
by
I'm down for
9.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I
still
don't think
alive,
we should
drinks.
travel
Let's go get tattoos.
during the night.
Let us drink and be merry.
So
Tomorrow you'll die.
everybody just kind of, as you walk down the plank and everything, a lot of people are watching and they kind of count you all and make sure you're still there. And they continue about your business, about their business as they're going about. But you enter the tavern, and there seems to be, like, people are, as I said before, relatively good spirits. It's not exactly the evening, so nobody's partying or anything. There is a stage. There is a fireplace, but it's not going right now because it's actually decent temperature in this little bubble. And
Is this a giant Lemus tiny hut?
no. I would
It is
never.
Drundar's major hut.
I would never use that dumb spell.
And anyone who does it, fucking idiot.
You heard me here and here.
Oh yeah.
Intentional.
As you look around, there does seem to be, as I said, mostly humans. Mostly humans in this area. They seem to be slightly Viking-esque, but there are a bunch of halflings, and they seem to be all chatting each other up. The different sized tables and different sized bar stools and bar. There seems to be 2 different ones. One is for humans. There's a bar, and another one is for halflings. The little female halfling that is. Just so you know, she's blonde of hair, wearing a white tunic, but has some brown accents to it. Seems pretty simple, but she is showing a little bit of cleavage. But
Now, when you say simple,
Hush your mouth.
but she seems to have a caramel-esque kind of skin
is it
tone.
cooked for you?
She seems to be slightly mixed in a fashion.
Caramel,
There
baby.
you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
You got this.
My favorite
so
flavor. But the man who's there seems to be a younger man. He's also kind of wearing a similar style of garb. It seems to be kind of the working uniform in this
When I'm wearing a
tavern.
corset, because you can't scratch through the layers, you just hit yourself like that.
I cannot. I cannot. My nipple might
and-
fall off.
Go like this.
He is.
Go like this. Go
He
like
is
this.
But it's funny sounding when you say it.
Oh my god.
Go like this.
the man also has short blonde hair,
Circle.
but this one actually has to have slightly pointed ears to where it kind of leads to having a half elf descent. And that's pretty much the people of interest. There are a couple more people that you can talk to at the tavern. There's a couple gruff-looking people, but nobody impressive like in Scar Call. And there you go. That's what the place looks like.
Does the tavern have a patio?
Yeah, it does.
How much for you? I'll go up to the bar.
Okay. You go up to the human or the half?
Yes.
Yes. Right.
Who can sell me
Yeah. Who serves drinks?
They both look at each other, and the half elf speaks up. It's like, I can serve you ale since you are more of my stature is normally how this goes about.
Racist.
well, I didn't. Okay.
How much for your finest ale?
Finest ale will be 1 gold.
Whoa!
What?
How much for your average
What
ale?
type of ale is this?
This is elven ale. It's not quite as potent as say tiefling or dwarven gold, but it's decent enough.
Hold on.
Now, would you say
Walk over to
elven
Biff.
ale?
Biff.
What is it made out of?
I need 1 gold.
It's not made out of that. No, sir.
I've been tricked before.
Elven ale is swill, my good man. Elven wine, maybe you would have convinced me, but I dare disagree. I'll have your baseline.
Baseline will be 1 silver piece.
There we go.
I sit down at a table and I write.
Alright.
1 gold?
What'd you get?
I tossed him another silver.
Roll a perception check.
Awesome.
I bought myself one and him one.
Okay, sweet. They gave you both drinks.
I want
6 plus 8.
Oh, yeah.
14.
14.
You kind of notice a noise beneath the table. It doesn't sound normal. It doesn't sound like your feet or anything.
I clench my journal very hard like this because I have a suspicion, and I look under it.
You see a little creature.
I cast banishment.
Banishment!
Right. In a bar. Probably a rat. Step on it.
It's the little creature that keeps trying to steal my book.
There's this little slimy black creature that
That
has
popped
yellow
out in
eyes.
this tiny hut?
That you
No, it's,
basically are noticing that Adar kind of looks down, holds the book, and all of a sudden Adar's casting a spell.
Is that the one
Succeed on a charisma saving throw.
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Like one of the, like the ethereal things, yeah.
It's a fake creature is technically
Yeah.
what it is, but it,
That is here? What the
Oh,
heck?
it's been following me.
It followed Adar through the
Yeah.
fake
So did I.
You guys been doing it. Yeah.
I've been waiting!
I was hoping you were. Oh God, what was that creature?
That's why I took banishment as a
look.
spell.
Here's the little
Yeah,
now.
he is a little creature.
Go get your journal.
Oh God, what was this creature called?
The journal silly.
It was some kind of ink monster.
There you go.
Yeah, I remember it popped in this tiny hut. So we were like, what the heck? Well, actually, I don't remember that. Never mind. Chalice wasn't there. So,
Let me see any. I completely forgot what it was called, so I'm not sure what I was looking
You weren't expecting this, were you?
what happened?
for.
What's going on?
Yep, I didn't expect to have to look up the stats.
I'm like leaning over and saying,
I was gonna say.
Or at the
Oh,
bar.
so you really support your own animal.
Yeah, we're looking back at fucking.
Oh, there you go.
Dark.
Boggle. Charisma, right?
Yeah.
With a -2. It's an 8.
Yay! That would be my spell save DC, right? Because that's a 16.
Yeah, no, he doesn't make it. I figured whatever it was going to be an 8.
And I just say, go back home, leave me alone.
Do you banish it to the Fey Plains or Fey Wilds?
Yeah, that's where it comes from, right?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be mean to it, but I want it to leave.
Alright.
My father has given me this curse.
There's a little puddle of slime that's kind of left behind. And it's gone.
That's hysterical.
Moved out of existence. Well, out of this point.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah. So.
I was waiting.
How much stress are you guys doing?
How much regular food for the 8 of us?
8.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm
7.
popping a berry.
Yeah.
I don't trust food in this place.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
Oh,
good.
all right, Matt. I've been.
So, 7 would be 7 silver, just for like nice plates of food with a drink on the side.
Viv, I don't mind paying for my own
It's not ale, it's just like water.
No. Let Viv pay.
Did you put your, or did you spend the platinum?
I spent the platinum.
Oh, I meant 6.
Wink. Shit. All right. The food comes with a drink, right?
The drink itself is a silver piece, but if you want a plate, that's another silver piece. Fucking water.
It's gonna be like that?
I'm eating.
Did we actually spend it on the party, or did you spend it on other stuff? What did you buy?
It's in my pocket.
You have the platinum.
I have the platinum.
Oh, you didn't spend it yet.
Didn't spend it. It's in my pocket.
Okay, cool. I mean, what do you intend to spend it on?
That was a
I
good
haven't
last
decided
lunch,
yet.
yeah.
Or is it yours?
I intend to spend it on the next time someone threatens my life. It wouldn't
Stick him up.
That was good.
That fucking
Inspiration point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Oh, here you go. Damn it, I didn't think that
That was
through.
so good.
I'm eating my food.
I forgot what I'm doing.
You're adding yourself an inspiration, my
Yeah.
man.
So you guys just chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hanging out. Not
Eating.
really
Goddamn
investigating
food for
anything or questioning anybody. Just kind of hanging out.
It's 10 silver to a gold, yes.
Yes.
You gonna eat that?
I'm gonna go flirt with the little halfling girl.
All right. So basically, you approach. Are you still riding your wolf, or do you have the mic?
Always.
Always.
Yeah.
You approach the tavern, and the halfling girl
You know
says,
what?
"Greetings. What may I get you?"
Did it hurt?
I will give you one of my silvers.
Did what hurt?
The one that cut off your head.
No.
She looks behind her.
You look like a bird. I like birds. Except some birds.
Did I get inspiration
What
for you?
serial killer bullshit are you doing right now?
Yes.
Except some birds.
Yeah.
Ostriches and emus.
I'll go around.
Roll.
Active everyone got it.
Roll. Would it be? Let's go with performance.
You're playing a shy game, little bird.
She kind of takes a step back, but roll performance with disadvantage. Let's see how this goes.
Where is she?
No! I
Where's
want to
she
spend a
at?
luck point.
Oh, okay.
Where's she at?
So actually, you still roll with disadvantage, but you can roll that and then just take that one if you want. You know.
You pick
so.
which one of the two.
Yeah, you roll two and then add a third in, and you decide which one you
Oh,
want.
and a third. And a third.
Yeah, because the luck one is the third one.
Look at
Nope.
that. 17.
17.
Oh,
She
wow.
rolled a fucking 4. So she's actually like, you know, you're odd. And she leans over and kind of, you know, she has cleavage.
My God.
You are different. You are very different. Your crew seems to be very different, and I appreciate different.
I wave back to Baracus.
Are you at the bar?
Yeah,
Rude.
at the
So-
halfling bar.
Wait, are we speaking orc?
Welcome to the bar.
Would you like to share some of my good berries?
She holds out her hand.
Only window will pop.
That's the half elf. I'm busy. What are you doing tonight?
No, Chris.
Looking for a place to sleep.
Ooh!
Have you found one yet? Are you still?
I think I have.
Indeed, you have. And she basically writes something down, and she slides it over to you, and it says number 4.
Fuck off.
Favorite number. Yeah, she rolled a fucking 4, so she's in room 4, basically.
It's a phone number. You're like,
Whenever evening
There's only
comes, and I
three
get off.
rooms.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
one
right.
in your room.
Yeah, right. Them digits, the one digit. But she says, whenever evening comes along, you might want to pay me a visit, and you won't have to pay.
Oh! So she is a whore.
Oh yeah. No, I'm kidding. She won't have to pay for the room.
So far, what's her name?
She hot.
Welcome to the half elf guy.
Yeah. Yes, what do you
More
want?
lovely.
More food?
Think about it.
Be a silver piece.
Rock is 0.
She has a one.
Takes it, and then she gets you another plate of food. So, for the people who have bought food, you get an inspiration point.
Hey!
Hey!
Fucking need
need those. Well, isn't that just like one here, none there?
Do
we have any money?
Yeah, pretty much.
you can purchase food. So, are you guys just kind of chilling until like you go to sleep and wake up the next day?
Silver,
Type of
gold,
go
platinum.
to your mission and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So what you guys want to
We're
do?
gonna have to rent a room. We prefer to all hoard up in one room if they have one big enough.
Electrum is
Except for him,
like,
he's busy.
so for every
That's half a gold.
yeah, exactly. It's like a nickel.
There's like scar tissue on the ceiling.
All right.
More like a half
I'm
dollar.
by the window.
Oh, I thought-
We got
I thought about it. Okay, no, I'm good.
we got the room. I'm by the window
Go,
of the
go
room.
back to your. No, go
Okay,
back
I
to
can't
your.
look at the
Go back to your
ship.
I'm
class.
sorry.
It tells
I
you.
was just
like,
thinking.
I'm like by the window.
Usually start with like an
Hand
adventure
on the
pack,
glass,
adventure pack is like
looking at
25
the
gold.
ship.
Have a good weekend.
So, evening starts to roll around as you guys mess around, talk to each other, and shoot the breeze, and actually breathe in the nice breeze. You know, while you have spent a couple days, like a day and a half in nastiness, so this is quite pleasant. You're enjoying it. The beds are nice; they're not decrepit like the other place, all that kind of stuff. The evening rolls around. You approach room 4. She lets you in.
And then she lets you
You can presume.
Hey.
But the thing is that
It's all about
basically,
rust re-entry.
evening rolls around. People are like lanterns are being lit. The streets are a little lit. The ship itself, just off of the reflection of the lantern, shines brilliantly. And it seems that some people are dropping more flowers and stuff on the actual plank that kind of goes up, or whatever it was called again. And you say that you're specifically looking at the ship, right?
Yeah.
Roll a perception check with advantage.
Yeah, everybody or just him?
Just him. Unless you are also like next to Talus, specifically staring at the ship.
Well, I mean, we were at the bar together, but I'm assuming he wandered off.
Yeah, he did. He wandered to his room when their evenings started. 17. So.
Specifically, I wanted to buy one room and we all take watches because I do not trust any kind of civilization.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
Hurry up.
What is she?
What do you want, you big puppy? What you want, you big giant puppy? Huh?
You're petting the giant puppy too?
Yeah.
So am I. It's extended underneath the chair.
He's like the link through this table.
Yeah, we were huge.
I bet she doesn't eat.
We're just the reach.
I know, right?
I bet she doesn't eat
Because
anything.
I'm betting them, that's why. And then right there. And then everything do this. Ah!
Lurch, come here. Lurch.
Now we gotta get rid of the advertising.
Right. Right.
It's stuck on. It's stuck on. You can skip it.
You're gonna trap me. I refuse.
If I could marry someone, I would totally marry Michelle Lewin.
That,
It's not me.
who is that?
Talus, you listening?
Yeah.
So,
Shit's happening.
Is that Buffy?
what you see
No, that's Michelle Gellar.
is it's reflecting brilliantly off of the ship right now. The
Shell.
flames are flickering. If you're looking at this ship in lust, you want to be on this ship, and you notice that part of the ship
Google the name.
moves a little. The ship hasn't moved since you've gotten here. It moves slightly, and you see there's movement on top of the ship, and it looks like the orc kind of like looking around. And you see the orc run, and he runs inside of the ship. And from your perception check, you see something just kind of fall onto the ship. And the ship starts to kind of move into the water. It's something black and it's something long. It kind of flops onto
I
it.
run downstairs.
We gotta go. We gotta go to the ship. We gotta go to the ship. Come on.
I'm still downstairs, like playing.
You hear this outside the door.
I'm running towards the ship.
If he's running down into the bar, my whole intention was to like be awake and playing music and trying to like entertain crowds.
Yeah, you're definitely playing music, and people are as it's getting evening, people are really getting into it. Which speaking of which, you get probably 3 gold.
3 platinum, got it.
3 gold from everybody having a really great time. You don't even have to roll for it. I know.
Okay.
Especially in this
I
town.
know.
We gotta
They're,
go to the
they're
ship.
happy, but they still are looking for more happiness to kind of keep their mind off of things that are happening around them.
My stuff
So,
that involves.
You're welcome here.
Gotcha.
So he and she's, and are your swords lit and everything?
Everything.
So
man.
Talus,
I'm out the
Red
door.
Dragonborn, just comes running and screaming with
gotta
his
go.
red swords,
The ship is under
flaming
attack.
swords. Anybody who's in the tavern would see this. Anybody who went to their respective rooms would hear Talus screaming, like whooshes of flame running by.
I don't think I was up in a room.
How's the door? Is it like an open close or is it like when
It's an open.
Open closed door.
I'm out the window. I'm out, hey dude, I got 2 great swords, they're on fire. I ain't got time. Hot.
Good thing I'm a Red Dragonborn resistant to fire.
Well, yeah, I am, so I'm like.
So he's out the window. I just look at him and go, I at least make sure he stays alive. I go out the door, cast Mending on the window, and continue on.
Alright. I'll give you
down.
We should all follow.
I'm
Huh?
gone, man.
If you want to. I mean, it's up to you as well.
The only bad I see is the wolf.
Dragonborn,
what?
crazy.
The only
man
bad I
guys.
see is my wolf. Are you coming?
Okay.
So is she coming with me? I
Uh,
got on the wolf.
this is. She basically says, "Is that your friend?" And then if you ask, like, "You coming with me?" It's like, "I prefer to stay." So are you leaving as
We're
well?
gonna follow
or
him,
you
or we
stick
just gonna
around?
think Talus is crazy? I
I'll
like him
follow.
though.
I mean, I'm doing both. I think Talus
Oh,
is
you
crazy,
have
and
the
I'm following.
I'm following.
I'm not gonna blame you.
Real quick.
Exactly. Yeah.
When have I ever been like that?
Let's see.
don't
Hold on. Let's see.
Today.
Here, Sterling's Field,
Today.
Zaragoza, the Black Island,
Every
Shadowfell,
time I leave, you show
fucking.
up.
There you go.
Alright.
Her name, she screams at Julia. It's like, "My name is Daisy."
Hey, I picked up the flower. Was it a daisy?
Oh, let's go with that. Awesome. So, all of you guys are running out the door with Talus now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
I'd go ahead and just say that, like, you guys are able to don your armor pretty fast.
Oh, yeah.
We have amulets, so quit changing.
Oh!
Hell.
So, there you go.
So you're Sailor Scout.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
They specifically wanted something like that for this kind of occasion. So,
That was like right. I used my active gun.
you guys run out the door into the darkened street, and you see a couple people who are watching and pointing and screaming, and they're humans and halflings, and they're screaming at the ship. And you see that basically Drundar has, in the distance, you see kind of his red and gold flickering off the light as well, and he's pulling out potion bottles and throwing them. this fucking thing that's flopped off.
Is he on the ship?
The ship, yes. And the orc, as you see, his spear lights a flame, and he starts running. This is pretty well in the distance. You know, it's probably over 100, like probably 200 feet.
Can I ask for clarification on something?
Yes.
But
When the thing fell onto the ship, did it fall from the sky?
You can't tell. You weren't watching,
Yeah, you weren't
especially, and he doesn't.
Okay.
So.
I thought I might have misunderstood something verbally.
Without a perception check or anything, you see something black, like, flopped onto the ship.
As I'm running, pop a haste potion.
Nice.
How far away is the ship?
It's about 200 feet.
I saw shooting.
Alright. So, in that case, let's roll initiative.
My range is 320
Ah,
feet.
that was one. I'll be in mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna be somewhere else entirely.
No.
I need
20 that bad boy.
Classic. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. 26.
0
You're dead.
I have a theory about Hollow, and I hope it's right, but I'm not going to say it out loud because that may sound stupid.
Give me a second. I'm trying to search this.
Remember, I'm listening to where, like, if something sounds good, most likely we're going to use it.
I think she's a revenant
10
that
plus
was
your
killed by
death.
the one in gray, and I think that's why she's seeking revenge.
Yeah, paladin.
Yeah, this is close to a half orc as he can find.
My speed
Huh?
is double.
It is half
So my
orc.
speed is
It's just the other half is
60.
human.
What?
No,
I gain
goblin.
+2 bonus to my
Yeah,
He's
the other half
saying
is
the
not
other, he
human.
said the other half is a human.
Gotcha.
Is that what you said? Yeah. Okay.
I thought you said his human. Like,
No.
You're also good.
Okay, I haven't missed anything, did I? No, you
Sorry,
didn't.
we're
I'm
down
still
by
just
the
figuring out my monster's initiative.
No.
I'm gonna say that Drundar and what's his nuts already took their turns.
What's his name?
Yeah, the orc. We haven't given him a name.
That's an
yet.
orc.
Oh.
It's an orc.
Yeah. Let's go ahead.
Wait.
and say.
yeah. Roll +6.
I have a favorite entity. Orc.
Nice.
Are you going to hit the orc?
What the fuck?
+1.
I'm
Your
just
plus
really
10.
good at hitting you guys. Okay.
Okay, 21.
Yeah, I got it.
You guys started like 30.
My initiative, which I gotta write down on paper so that I remember it.
Or, oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah. Should say on the
I didn't know.
Here we go.
Get big bucks.
Or you can go online and download the PDF.
Oh, really? So how was
Free.
From where? Like D&D.com or something?
Google.com.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah.
This Google
It's black
5th
and white,
edition
but-
Player's Handbook.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
This Google 5th edition Player's Handbook PDF, it's the first link.
I think I got this on Amazon for $35.
They have wing colors.
I think they're 25 on Amazon now.
Something like that, yeah.
Gives me wings.
Okay.
They're 25 on
I can always
now.
download it.
It's red
Go to
totally.
customer, plug my computer in, rant.
There you go. Public library, like what, 5 cents a sheet?
So, 20 and above.
At least 10.
They like him.
I work for a copier company. I'm free.
Yeah.
Don't.
Don't.
20.
Yes! I'm a teacher, I need this.
20.
Don't.
I got 20.
20 and above.
26.
20, fucking.
She got +10 initiative.
I don't even know what I got. What did I get? 8? I
Black.
don't remember.
Yeah, that was Baraka for a second. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Baraka.
No, God, no.
Yeah, I was
No,
like, that's
I'm
weird.
slow as fuck.
16, there.
I can just talk, I just talk fast.
And
So 26, 25, 24, 23, 22,
Oh,
21,
right there.
20, 19.
I'm 20. So, anybody else?
No, you're like, what, 26?
25.
Oh.
About to be 26. Like, so I
I
go
was
here. I'm just gonna.
Okay, what are we doing?
Initiative.
Yeah, you're.
Okay,
oh,
I-
go
16
Plus.
to
Yes.
18.
There you go.
Wait, what?
So,
Anybody get above an 18?
Oh, I got 18.
I got a +2 for
oh,
18.
if you got 19.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
So,
18.
how many people have 18?
Roll again.
Yeah.
I got
We do.
18.
Okay.
Plus both net 6.
There
Okay,
you go.
roll off. Roll again.
Are you serious? 16 again.
Oh, yeah, okay. Him first, then me.
That's funny.
T, and then Baracus.
That's
And
17?
17, 16,
yeah.
15,
The person who
14.
doesn't know what the hell they're doing get to go first.
15. Orc.
I got 11.
The orc goes
Oh,
next.
excuse me.
I'll just use him as hollow for now. 11. There we go. Then Drundar, which will be Toggle, goes next. I know, right? Fish isn't here. And Biff last. Alright, so we got, you can just get up. Lagerthud, it is your turn. You see 200 feet ahead of you is the ship that seems to be
200 feet.
Yeah, seems
Is
to
that
be
where
dragging into the water. And this thing that's, if you want to waste your turn to roll a perception check to really like stop and look and see what it is, you can. But it does have to be high because it's dark. Things like that.
Okay, I'll roll for perception.
Okay, that's if you want.
Yeah. No, I will.
Ooh.
17. 19.
This, like, you stop and steady yourself, and even though you are a halfling, you don't have dark vision, you really want to know what this thing is, and you can see with the flicker of the gold off of the ship and the flames that this is a big tentacle.
Oh, shit.
Kraken.
Fucking. Oh.
Yes!
Always
have to fight with
And
legs.
it's black and it's nasty looking.
Why's it gotta be black?
Because it blends in.
How far am I?
Survival of the fittest.
Because I was already out there.
I'd say they were following pretty close behind you, so I'd say you're.
Some we were coming from a room. Some of us were already downstairs. So I heard
I'd
you
say they're
coming.
pretty close.
And I jumped out of the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I
You
was
fucking asshole. That
on
was a
the
good
patio
window.
with Josh Mars.
So you're about 190 feet.
Oh.
And that is your turn. And I think you could always bonus action stealth or something.
You can move at full speed and stealth, so whatever.
You can still move too. You just use your action.
And you have.
I don't think I want to move closer. I think I want to move.
You're
I'm not
200
gonna
feet
full
away.
sprint that way. I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash.
You have to move
That way.
Move away.
What's that line from that movie? Run away!
It's up to you. It's whatever you want to do. This is Dungeons and Dragons.
Do it! Do it!
I'll run away because I don't want to be a part of this.
Do you want to dash or you just want to like
I want to dash.
dash? Okay, bonus action. That
Dash
means you
away,
move
dash
50
away,
feet.
dash
You don't
away.
have to. You don't have to roll for movement.
Okay.
You move 50 feet, the exact opposite fucking way.
She moves. She has
35 feet.
Oh, you have 35.
so
Oh.
70 feet.
There you go. There you go.
She took mobile.
There you go. Yeah, for sure. All right, so you move 70 feet. The other part where you take a look. Do you say anything? by the way,
Lagertha!
or
What's
do
your
you
hobbit eyes?
just- You just leave.
Nope.
Okay.
Fucking outie.
She says no,
I'm out.
and you watch your friend run into the darkness that way.
Yeah.
Your faithful companion through and through.
Hey, where the hell is... where's he going?
Friend, companion, him.
Yeah,
At one point.
All right, and with that, it is Talos' turn.
That dragon wing potion.
Yes.
What does it do
We
for
would need it for
my
what I
flight
was
speed?
actually doing.
Oh God, we wrote it down.
And I fucking left it.
No way, man.
at
Okay.
home.
What's your normal speed?
My normal speed is 30, but haste is 60.
I
I'm looking at the sorcerer's dragon wings. Let me see.
You did get eaten, though.
Let's
Like,
see. Sprout
That's
pair
if you
wings
take
from
haste
your back.
to dash.
A flying speed equal to your current speed.
I'd give it, if you don the wings, your standard speed would be 60 feet, but it lasts for an hour.
Yeah.
So it'll last for the encounter, but that's probably about it.
So it'd be
Oh no,
so
those
my-
starter speeds go.
So yeah, so I have 60.
Yeah.
So with the dragon wings, it would be at 60 or
Natural 60. So,
So I
if
would
you haste,
be able
you
to
go-
120 feet.
Yeah.
I believe I can fly. So sprout dragon wings.
He is moving fast. You see this now what almost looks like a small red dragon just fly through these lantern lights, and it passes through his scales with each individual flap, and he is taking to it like as if he was born to do this. And he's
I've
been
always
waiting.
wanted to
Yeah.
fly.
That's how you shine.
He's been waiting for this a long
Yeah, I
time.
have.
So 120 feet. There you go.
Alright.
All right. So now,
Where's that put?
you were at 190 away, so 120 by 20.
70.
That one.
How much? 70.
70.
So
70 feet.
you're at 70
Right.
feet away. So you're getting real close.
Could you bonus action dash?
If you're a rogue or something.
That's right. So that is my turn.
So.
Oh wait, no. Haste.
That does
That-
on the next turn.
Wait, what?
It's your action to do haste.
Yeah.
And so your next turn, you get an extra action.
Extra
Since you already
action.
moved.
On your next turn.
Okay, I got you. Cool.
All right.
120 feet. Boom.
Boom. Now is the monster's turn. And you see what is like as you see Drundar basically pulling out more potions and things, just kind of in the moment. It's not his turn yet, but he's frantically like looking around. You see 4 more tentacles just basically flop, 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 and you see this boat now being dragged. Like you see the plank basically fall into the water, and this boat is being dragged backwards.
Away from the dock or into the water?
Away from the dock
Okay.
into the water.
How the fuck am I in the house?
I'm not okay with this.
How's the weather?
It's actually pretty good. It seems like the circle of protection kind of thing is moving away.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm not okay
she
with
would
this.
appear.
He might have to be gone for a little bit, or
I figure
maybe
it's,
more than 100 feet that way. Maybe this is a sizable bubble. He might need to like leave the territory.
I'm just gonna roll this.
So how far is the boat from shore now?
I'd say it got dragged about. How fast did this thing go? That would be 30 feet. It just got dragged 30 feet back. So add that to whatever distance you're at before. But it gets dragged, and you see the sail basically just snap and then crash into the water. And you see that part of the boats are starting to buckle and crack under this pressure. And that is the monster's turn. Ankle biter. It is your turn.
I'm supposed to see that.
Alright, go for it.
And then what's just going to charge right after it, dash after it.
Yeah.
But the platform's gone, huh?
Yeah.
How are you?
Why? Yeah. Right.
How much you?
So for the ambulance that we gave the wolf, was that
a jump and launch strider or just jump?
I think it was just a
Yeah,
jump.
my
If I'm
word.
not
Yeah,
mistaken.
pretty sure I can lift you.
Can you lift Oscar?
I mean,
I'm
I
kind of
have,
stout.
I have a 20 strength. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
I do too, but I'm pretty sure I can't lift
I'm
up
like
mine.
six-
That goes to 28 and 27.
28 and 27. Yeah, both those hit.
The tentacles, right?
I'd be an asshole if I didn't say that hit.
Is just the tentacles on there, or was there another figure
It
on there
does.
as well?
All you can see from your vantage point is the tentacles. I said there's 5 in total. Now, like 4 more
I could
here.
never do that.
No, you just
Both hit for 8.
Nice.
women
And as a bonus action, I'm going for another push because the wolf's throat.
Yeah, it's kind of caved in right here.
You see that basically this damage that gets hit in it, and it's just normal arrows.
Okay.
As it hits, it doesn't even notice them. It's like it doesn't even.
We got a problem! It doesn't like
You
piercing
see it
weapons.
sink into it, but nothing.
So, the tentacles.
Yes.
How many are on this side of the ship?
The close side is basically if you imagine you guys are over here and the ship is here, the tentacles are laying across it like this.
So when I,
Whatever is attacking it is behind the ship.
and how tall is this ship?
The ship is pretty big. I'd say this.
So if I shoot enough arrows into the tentacles, you can use it as a ladder.
Perhaps. Perhaps. And now your turn. T, it's your turn.
No, not there.
I'm still 100 and
You're 200 feet away.
200 feet away.
Yeah. So the best way to try and get to it is to try and dash if you want to.
I want to dash away all.
Alright, so you normally travel at 60, or sorry, 30 feet, right?
30 feet, yeah.
And now you travel at 60, you get 60 feet closer, that's your action, and it's pretty much what you got, I think.
Yes.
Alright, that brings it to Baracus. Your turn.
Solid gold.
Solid gold.
How far is the ship now?
Sorry, what was that?
How far is the ship now?
It's 230 feet away.
Oh, perfect.
Because it got dragged 30 feet.
That's just fine. Cause,
You still taking? Are you still taking your testosterone?
I have to take that until
Can I practice?
Yeah, especially utilizing
Utilizing,
Yes. That comment? Yes.
pre-digested protein.
Anyway, it's 140. 140?
Is he talking to you or my turn?
No.
No, it's your turn.
Consuming
Dimension door.
pre-digested protein.
With the
Yeah.
cloak of the magic Mustang.
Nice. So, dimension door to
And
where?
some of them are like.
Right next to Drundar.
Alright.
Hunt 400 feet that way. No.
Yeah. Past. Like
Fuck off, dude.
Yeah.
I'm right next to Drundar.
Okay.
But unfortunately, that's my
That's your action. Yeah. So basically, Drundar's like, what the fuck?
I got your back, bro. However, for your consideration, I did take Warcaster.
Yeah.
And so now my attack opportunity is also magical.
Oh, sweet. Awesome. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I wanted that one bad.
Drundar is standing kind of in between a couple, so you're not right up against the tentacle if it does move, but I'll take that into account. So, that is Adar's turn.
Excuse me.
Oh, my bad.
My name's not Adar.
No, it isn't.
Oh, it is Adar's turn. Gotcha.
Okay.
I heard that was Adar's turn.
Oh,
like,
no. I mean, it's now Adar's turn. My bad.
200 feet away, yes?
230.
230.
They got drag. 30.
And how?
Yeah. I don't know how you're going to do this, but
Wait,
we'll
if you.
see.
What's your dash? 50, right? It's bonus action, right?
Oh,
No.
but I need to use this for it. Well, I've already jumped in, so.
It's 50.
It's only bonus action for a rogue.
The
It's
amulet.
dash. With
Amulet of Stone Skin I
It
bought
takes
as a
action.
bonus action to
No.
activate, correct?
Yeah.
You can cast it for yourself. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100 feet, and you can dash.
I guess
Yeah,
I'm
but
going
then
to
you might
dash
get there,
60
how am I
feet
gonna fight?
that away.
Okay.
And
He's
then
a giant
activate
form,
the
but he has a
Stone Skin.
bonus of 10
Figure.
to
You
speed.
have it large?
No.
Damn it!
I thought it was a bear for a
That's what I
second.
can do.
Alright. It is now, that would be the orc's turn. So he has this flaming spear, and he starts jabbing at it. Spear. He's got to make 4 attacks.
What?
No.
No.
Yes.
I'm a cleric.
Yes. Yes. So damage. Which is a decent sum.
Become a squid monster, seduce it.
Ah, yeah.
Turn the squid monster into a goldfish.
It's
Swallow
ultimate
it.
hentai.
No.
Make sushi out of it.
2 Krakens fucking. Let's do this.
Ultimate hentai. That's what I'm doing.
I'm sorry, Preston. I'm very sorry.
I'm not
Oh my God, you're corrupting my child!
I forgot you were here. To be honest.
I don't know what's more
He's
insulting.
taken up the mantle of a very quiet person who, when they do role plays really well.
Alright, so
It's that chair.
It's
Well,
not sure.
the orc is making attacks into this tentacle, and he does seem to be doing some damage given the fact that this is clearly a magical weapon, and it does magical damage, and the flames are just flickering out of this oozing now tentacle that literally is like the size of this table widthwise, and just long.
That's fucked up. The thing's huge. We can't fight it. What are we doing?
So it is now Orgno's turn. Do you wish to dash 60 feet as well? Alright, you're 60 feet closer. It is now Drundar's turn.
60 feet
And
closer.
Drundar turns to you, Baracus, and basically takes a potion and places it in your hand. He looks at you and says, "Good luck."
Oh, by the way.
Drundar.
Jundar appeared next to you?
No, I appeared next to him.
Oh, okay.
Drundar gave him a
So
potion
he
and
went
said,
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
He dimension door the fuck out of dirt.
It's a little bit different than Dimension Door.
It's probably something creepier.
Did he disappear or did the ship disappear?
He disappeared.
Did it?
So the ship's still there. We're still on the ship.
Oh yeah. You're still on the ship in the
Fuck,
orc.
do I just throw it?
Yeah, that's the question.
Fuck,
That's the question.
Fuck!
You can roll our
"Smell
camera
us
on
an
the
elderberry. What do you
No,
think
man!
of
Ain't nobody got time for that!
Put it on the
Is it a
floor.
free
When I
action
get there.
What if it's a healing
Yeah.
potion? Shit! What if it's a potion of invisibility? You lose your goddamn sword. You're like,
What if it's like that
Ah!
super poison potion?
exactly! Oh, fuck! What do I do?
God,
Your
fucking
parents.
Gundar is so
It
not
has to
invited
be
to my
ingested.
wedding.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be ingested though.
This guy's
That's
straight
Not
up.
necessarily.
We
No, it
could,
does.
could you,
This could be the good stuff.
could you cut
Fifth,
open?
it is your turn.
No, I got the great ones where it's like, oh no, if you want like
Dawson's
the
gonna
good
dash,
stuff,
so we're 100
it's
feet
50
closer.
gold. He said,
I'm gonna roll
ingestibles are 10
knowledge
gold. The
monster
good
to
stuff,
be like-
he has the good stuff.
Is there hope?
Well, you're asking about you're asking about poison.
Because this
It's the kill
specifically
things.
is
Yeah,
way
the
different
poison
from
that I
anything
bought
you know.
is an insta
Or
kill in a
what's
minute.
written.
I
Well,
went
Well, maybe something
specifically.
else
I'm like,
besides the poison.
is it?
That's
fiend?
what I'm wondering.
Is
What
it
if it's not?
celestial?
What if it's like
I
a,
don't
oh,
know.
it's a god potion?
Yeah. I
And
can give you a good
Pour it on us. Let's find out. Let's see what happens.
I'm pretty sure he
disadvantage.
gave you a god potion to take that thing out.
What
Specific-
history?
Action surge.
Yeah, actually history would work.
Specifically,
Either
what did he
history
just say?
or nature, depending on what's better for you. He
What did he
said
Good luck
he
with
gave
that.
you the potion and just said good luck. And then left.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
You feeling it now, Mr.
That is
like
like 14 total.
14. You don't. This is far beyond your knowledge.
The potion?
Sea creatures?
Oh.
Don't research that shit. You didn't plan on going to the ocean.
Fuck the ocean.
Yeah. You were looking at fiends and stuff. You have no idea what the fuck this
Bodies.
Maybe just underwater creature.
Do I think it's natural, or do I think this is? Do I think this is a part of the world, and this plane of reality?
Probably.
Okay, it's not
It's
like
not.
from hell. I think big shit lives
No.
in the ocean. That's not that weird.
Hell is, or the water is its own version of hell, but it should just come from the water.
But things that big
It looks
could
like
be in
it
the ocean.
belongs there.
Okay, okay.
That's
Giant
kind of
squid kind of
I'd
thing.
also let you roll. I'd let you roll insight with advantage with your turn, given this whole situation, if you wanted to know if this is something you should fuck with or not.
That probably would have been the better thing to do.
Yeah.
Can I do that, or should I wait for my next turn?
You know what? Let's wait for the next turn.
Okay.
Lagatha!
Back in the tap. Back at them.
Are you dashing further away?
I am dashing further.
Yes. So that's 70 more feet, right? Actually, you have an action and the bonus action.
You can dash and then
You could
run
dash
further.
and dash.
You
Yeah,
can
you
run
could do that.
105
Oh,
feet
yeah.
away.
We looked it up recently in the
Fuck yeah.
errata. You
Where
can
are
do
you
that.
running to? You are officially out of the town
Because
now.
bonus actions or dashes for room.
I thought you meant just in general.
Sorry. No.
I just don't want
That's
to be on
fairly-
this boat.
That's absolutely
You're not
fine.
even, you were 200 feet away from the boat in the first place.
Yeah.
You are now
230
400
now.
feet away from the boat.
370.
Yeah, just go back to the bar and drink.
No, because it's 105.
Yeah, can I just go back to the bar and drink?
Sure.
Back?
You know what? See?
So,
Out!
so yeah, you go 70 feet and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the bar. And you
Yeah.
start walking your way back to the bar.
I don't need to run.
Uh,
Just go.
I'm gonna say that it's gonna be you had. Did you want to dash your way back over there so that you're inside the bar already, or did you want to like just kind of stroll?
Just gonna stroll.
Okay. Then you're 35 feet like back towards the bar.
Just dash into the bars. Guys, there's a huge tentacle monster. Like, what do you want us to do? It's like, serve me a, like, wine.
Yeah.
Come on, have drinks.
I liked what I had yesterday. Could you have one
Or was that a special?
Yeah. Talus, you are flying in your mighty dragon form
I'm
now.
about 100 feet away now. Huh? 70 plus 30.
Yeah.
I am not
Alright.
dealing with
Alright.
that
I'm
tentacle monster thing.
120.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, because I'm flying, so I'm 120. I'm there.
Are you there?
100 feet. I'm
Oh.
there.
You land us in
I'm like-
Caracas, like what we do.
And I'm slicing at the tentacles, man. Okay, attack, action surge.
Yeah.
Getting
Action.
up in there.
Yeah.
Alright. And
Bless you.
so attack, action surge, attack, bonus action, extra action because of haste.
I thought you were using your haste to dash so that you could get that 120 feet.
Oh no, I have haste doubles my speed.
Yeah,
And
you
flying
Oh, it
is-
just
yeah.
automatically.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
So I have 20
Yeah.
feet extra. Alright.
That's your
They're
attack.
all missed.
Figure out the lowest one besides the one.
Got that one.
Oh shit, really?
Well, he also got like a bunch of other stuff too.
No, I know, but just damn.
So luck.
That'll do. Still.
It's 8. I use my second luck.
But you can only reroll once.
No. Luck, you can re-roll anything. But just 3 times a day. You just don't
Alright,
like that roll.
I should use that more.
Oh, yeah. It's 3 times
I
a
should
day.
also read.
I will.
You guys
Precise
end up
attack.
fighting the show off, then resting, then coming to town. Cool. You're good. I was like, you haven't technically got a full rest tonight. You just started trying to get to bed.
17 plus 9.
Yeah. Anything
26.
above a 20, you got.
Okay.
So 26, 21, 19,
20 or
25, 22, 22, 25, and then you said these two are together? 23. So that, no, the 10 is the only one that doesn't hit.
Alright, so 22.
No, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 hits.
Alright.
Alright, so. 7 hits.
Short rest, just roll slots.
Only for certain
your
attacks.
locks, yeah.
So
3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6. 7. My swords. 1, 2, 3.
Christ.
6.
How many more are here? There's 2 more.
4. 5.
Give us a little tiny one.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
God, boy, what do you? Jeez.
Made out of hematite.
What?
Made out of hematite.
Hematite.
You know the magnetic mineral?
I love that sound.
Yeah, but no, there was something flying.
Alright, I'll start with the pairs. So you got 10.
Did you get that made or did you buy it
I'm just doing 10.
I bought it.
20.
Oh, I didn't know.
Give me 6.
They sell sets like this at,
30.
God, what's it called? Big one,
40.
near Shepherd.
7.
I don't know what you're talking about. I missed the first half of the sentence.
The,
10, 20, 30, 40, 50,
the comic
60, 70,
shop,
80,
Nance.
90.
Oh, they're near, which was the summit? and all
Shepherd.
that?
No, it's on Shepherd and
125
59.
damage.
Alright.
Man's Game of Comics. Shepherd and 59.
Yeah.
Yeah, relatively close. We're at-
Nowhere near.
7
Oh,
attacks.
no, yeah, Summit's by like Ryan.
They also have this
That's
really
like
nice
main
segment.
No. Summit, I mean, Joe Osteen's place.
Oh,
7
yeah,
attacks.
kind of near there.
Yeah, okay.
Like about
With
a
what?
mile away.
7 attacks.
Yeah,
for
I mean,
100.
it was.
Yeah.
That's what I knew.
Certain things like he's
So
The Summit.
Yeah.
You're saying Summit. I'm thinking
This
Aspen.
character's gonna be
You're
really
right.
good.
Summit. Absolutely right. Yes, I don't know what's wrong with me.
It's
Summit.
because of the multiple
like-
attacks.
What was it called
170
after Summit?
divided by 7?
It was called.
How much
It got
is
bought
that?
by.
Come.
125?
Alright, boom. So you just start slashing into these tentacles. And it seems
No,
like
it was a
as
computer
you're
thing,
slashing all this ooze and everything, you get through
That's
one of these
17
tentacles and it kind of rears back and
Per
it's
turn?
That's
Just
still way
basically,
more than I
the
had.
S was like the multiple
everywhere
S
as
was
one of these
awesome, and then it was
tentacles
bought by
kind of
something stupid.
onto the, like, basically
What's
flops
the
through the
facility
water
for that
onto the dock.
249?
This there is just kind of flopping down.
Yeah. Like a lizard
20
tail.
feet up. 20 feet up. Rest of the move.
Compass.
And because you
Compass.
destroyed that tentacle, it doesn't get
Compact.
Comeback center.
Compact center.
There you go.
like attack of opportunity.
Facility that's
How many more tentacles are
Oh,
on
I'm sorry,
things?
what now?
4. Now, that is
Did you destroy the tentacle?
that is its turn.
Well, yeah, after each one hit. What's the D6 for it? The amount of damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did 18d6. Took care of it.
You hammer?
So, you realize that this thing, whatever it might be, which you haven't rolled another perception check to see like what is going on in the water and everything, is probably pretty pissed at you because that'll fuck anybody's day. 125 damage, you know.
That'll fuck my whole life.
But the thing is,
I will have 1 health.
strangely enough, even though it's it ended up getting hurt a lot by you, you figure like, okay, let's go. It still starts dragging the boat into the water. All right, so
That's a good one.
the front half of this boat just ends up starting to crack and gnarl, snap as the front just peels off of this boat.
I mean,
Shit.
what's
The
going to be
back
left to save?
with all the gold
No!
starts
orc.
to crack
Mercy.
and
The orc.
peel
See there?
and snap off the back,
Yeah, Dundar left it.
and the middle
That's
begins to sink into the water. And you, fortunately enough, aren't like tied to anything, so the water comes up to you and you're just floating. No.
This
And,
is terrible.
oh yeah, the orc. He's floating too.
He can swim.
Yeah. And,
On his turn, roll the flail.
so, you know, I choose to live my life on a boat when I can't swim. So the boat gets dragged into the water. It focuses all of its attack, all of its rage into this boat and pulls it down, and the boat is no more. And that is its turn. It is now underneath the water somewhere.
I can't see
am I
it. I can't see it.
No, it's dark.
Fuck.
It's dark. It is underwater. It is ankle wedged. What you do see is you see a tentacle kind of like flapping about, but it's not really doing any damage besides like scuffing up the dock and the floor.
This is
So
my
it's
prediction
not
of
really-
what's gonna happen.
So it's not something that you really need to focus on to be like, we need to take care of this tentacle, you know.
So what else do we see?
Not much. You can see your friends kind of
could go
floating
in
in
the
the water.
water.
Like there's the orc that you saw in the water, and there's Baracus that's floating in the water. You can still relatively see enough.
Grappling hook.
I got it.
Save the arc.
Save the world. That's right. I made
Wolf,
hero first.
run closer. What hunters mark the tentacle?
Alright.
No,
Just
the
the
tentacle's been cut
just
off.
flapping one.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Now the other.
And then you're gonna get.
There's
Okay.
4.
So there's still 4 on the.
Now there's one
This
sticking
helps
up
me.
now.
Okay.
The sharpshooter. Is this still normal?
Oh, so I can
arrows?
see a tentacle still.
This is still normal arrows?
Eight.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say that they just sink in, but they don't do any damage. It's easy enough to hit, but it's just doesn't seem to like have the same pressure you normally get whenever you shoot something.
Not even 21 damage.
Yeah, not even with 21.
Whose turn is it?
It is. Sorry, fucking. T, it's your turn.
I know.
None of you have enlarged.
Yeah.
I have haste. That's about it.
You can't super haste me.
Well, I'm just.
You could have got magic initiate and gotten a spell.
You can always haste.
What?
You can always haste yourself and then move 60 feet without using an action or bonus action or anything. No, it's,
Yeah. I'm gonna go that.
yeah,
I want to get closer.
exactly.
Okay.
You can move. Alright, so are you just going 60 feet again? Or did you want to do haste and then?
I want to do haste and then do the action of 60 feet, which would be, what would you say, 90?
I'm going to say that to take the haste potion, it's going to take
Is your
an
action
to
on
do
this
so.
turn?
Oh.
So I go, whap, and it's taken now. And you know what? Usually the effect goes into play immediately, like with potions and stuff, whenever you use an action.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you use an action, you take the potion, now you can move at 60 feet. Next time you're going to move at 90.
Okay. What you do is you mark off this is a level 3 thing. So mark 1 tally off your level 3. You have 2 more remaining. Now, whenever you move double, so
Until
60.
you do a long rest.
Until this lasts 1 minute, so 4 rounds. So for 4 turns, you're gonna move at 60 feet
You're
instead of
afraid
30
of
feet.
Okay.
Muhammad.
And then
I'm afraid of Muhammad.
you have a plus 2
See
to your
what
AC
happens.
temporarily. So what's your
I have a
AC?
plus
Random
what?
shit happens when I do
Your armor
this.
class?
Oh.
Are you wearing
I'm
something
gonna
now?
Muhammad, see what happens.
Just so you know, that nasty, dusty,
Your AC right now
silly
is
air
20.
comes to your lungs.
Yeah.
So when you go to hit you,
Basically, you have the feeling
Wait, you have a
that
shield?
whatever barrier was here protecting this town
long sword
is
and
gone.
I'll get close.
crossbow.
So it was basically on shit.
Okay.
I don't
So
know
move
if I
60,
should be
next
happy
time
or
I'll
not.
move 90.
A little bit of me.
Yeah, right.
If it was underwater, we could breathe
and
it.
if you
Now
want,
that it's
you
underwater, we
can
can breathe it
use
underwater.
a dash
That's
action to move critter.
Does it?
It
give
doubles
us
your
water
speed, so
breathing?
he goes from 30 to 60.
That would be so awesome.
And
I'll
then
just
on
get up
his
in
next
there.
turn, he could also use that second action to dash. So couldn't he technically go
On his next turn.
120 next turn instead of 90?
We can do it.
Yeah.
First
Yeah, yeah.
action dash, second action
Yeah.
dash.
Yeah.
I have
So,
another
wait,
third
no.
level spell that I haven't chosen.
He moves 60.
I could choose.
So
standard.
if he
Or water
action
walk.
dashes, that's 120.
Yes, sir.
If he
Give it to me.
second action dashes,
That's why.
isn't that 240?
Yeah.
What kind of breath weapon do you got?
Yeah.
What kind of
Yeah,
breath
but
weapon do you got?
I'm already 100 feet closer.
I like
magic.
stick-
Alright, so next turn you're getting it no matter what.
Yeah, the next turn
I'm
you're
just
getting
saying,
it
I'm
regardless.
100 feet closer. I mean,
Yeah.
very damn near
It
closer.
doubles your speed, and then you have the option to
that
double
You
is-
your
said it was a
speed.
200 at first, and then I'd move for
Yeah. It's 230 first, and then you
Real
move
quick.
for 60.
60, and then
Real
60
quick.
again.
Yeah, that's 120.
Real quick.
Yes.
I know it's fire, but considering that it's magical fire, does water still have an effect on it?
In this case, if it is going to be fire from your breath weapon, if your breath weapon doesn't count as magical, then no. If it does, then yeah.
Because typically, dragon fire is magical. It's not something that you.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
They
really
consider
don't.
it part of
He's
the
thinking,
animal,
man, what are you doing?
like an animal. You know, like spiders got
He's a
venom.
teacher.
That's not magic.
What you
it's
doing,
part of-
Baracus?
I
I'm
guess
talking about the lore.
I can see a tentacle that's
Yeah.
attached to the creature.
I don't know that.
No.
You said there's one tentacle sticking up?
There's one tentacle that he ended up chopping off.
Okay,
the
that's what I
top
thought
of,
it was.
And it was just
Oh.
flopping on the ground. It's just attached. It's not really going to do any damage. You don't have to focus on it. So.
So
Alright.
to do anything else, we gotta go in the water.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Aries of dark.
I'm not doing it. Can I have a player's handbook?
I'm wearing very heavy armor.
Oh, there we are. Dragon Form.
Fuck. I got nothing. I can transform myself into a shark, but yeah, it's not gonna do shit.
It doesn't say it's magical.
I need a monster
I don't
manual.
think it's magical. I think it's just acid.
Can you pass me a monster manual?
Okay.
Just like a spider's venom isn't magic. It's just that's their breath.
What are animals? Is that beasts?
Yeah,
but
these
like-
are the sections
Yeah, but like-
basically torn out of the book.
That's what I was getting at. It's
Yeah.
like the lore of dragons that
That whole section is kind of
that
big.
when they breathe fire, it's
That's all
not
beasts.
normal. It's not something that they make.
Feeling
Magic.
like when you get really cold and it makes it hot fire if you're
It's an actual
I
magic.
don't know if
Y'all
that's true
ready
of
for the door
dragons.
for
Like,
D&D?
Yes.
I don't know if
like
that's
just like from here.
dragons or dragon.
No, it's dragon.
Because it's itchy.
Yeah.
But when I scratch it,
I don't
feel
think that's
anything.
dragon.
That is weird.
I think dragonborn are more like animal human beings, not magical like dragons. But anyway,
This whole situation here is
I'm sorry.
fucking me up.
Yeah, no, no, we
Nah, that's fine. I can still swing. I mean, my swords are magical. So.
who sure is it?
It's Baracus. He's trying to pick out a beast to be.
I have not gone underwater.
Nah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm trying to
got
double check
plate
the
I
like
mean,
the
if it
level.
destroys the ship and one of the ships.
There's no difficulty level on these critter.
I wanna.
There's no difficulty level on these things.
A challenge rating?
Yeah.
What?
Which ones?
The beasts. Oh, challenge 2. I see it.
Yeah,
I see it.
you got it.
Take magic.
You got it.
Okay, you use something.
So what's our objective? I thought our objective was save Drundar. Drundar's cool.
Yeah, but if I start pocketing gold, I feel like that's going to go against me.
No, I'm like, okay, then once Drundar was cool, the mission changed to save the ship. Ship's buff. What's the mission now?
Save orc.
Save orc, and then after that we're cool.
Then after that, get
Okay,
this.
Basically, you're saying
Save
this
orc.
as you're all running.
I'm like, why are we?
Why are we running? Y'all saying that while running? I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. This is raid revenge for Talons.
I guess.
Yeah,
we
it is.
can
Oh
save
yeah.
orc.
I figured as much.
This is save the orc, and
actually
then
very sad
we're not
that
following it, right?
Huh?
I'm actually very sad that that boat's gone.
I'm not big in the tentacles.
I can't hold my breath that long, yo.
Damn.
And I'm wearing fake.
Tried to save
I
it.
can't swim like that.
Basically, if
That's
there
why
was
I'm thinking about
Trying to
that. I'm like, why are we doing? What do we?
to save the boat, it would have had to
I
be
figured it was to
something
save him and
incredible,
him.
like something like
You know, get them two out of the
some
water.
sort of mind.
I know we don't need to
fucking
save
spell,
fucking
you
lag
know,
and stuff.
something like that would have had to go down.
Hell, she's
That
at
had
the
confusion.
bar.
Dang it, I
going
could have used animal friendship.
Smart one.
Scroll
Polymorphed it.
Yep.
Into like a goldfish.
That was my whole plan.
Yeah.
Then I went under the goddamn waters. Now I'm trying to find something that I can fucking do. That's.
And he's also holding this vial of I don't know what the fuck.
Oh, I'm not drinking it. I know that much.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I just know you're holding a vial of I don't know what the fuck.
Could you bend the ship?
In the ship.
I can bend it 1 foot at a time.
Take time.
Okay, you see the
there for like
recent
hours.
Spider-Man movie, right? With the web in that ship.
I haven't seen it, but yeah.
Yeah, it still took Iron Man to
It
put it
didn't
together.
work. Oh my god, Dumpling.
Chris, do you have any suggestions that I can turn into that's waterborne? And
No.
can-
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
It's your job.
I also don't really study a lot of the waterborne stuff.
Do you mind if I take a little time to look through this?
Then we
I was
just
feeling
move
like-
on, like skip your turn for this round.
Monster
Okay.
Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just skip his turn for this round.
No, it's your turn.
Alright, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Adar is.
Yeah, you're still running.
Save orc.
C or a K?
Adar dashes.
Dashes. 60 feet.
We're in C.
What's the
Dark-
more?
is it dark?
No, it's 60. It used to be way more.
So you're like, how far is that? Oh, shit.
I don't know. I would have moved to 120 by now.
One time with one hand
it
would be
was
a wall.
230 feet away, which is where the orc was. So you still have that much, like the whatever the difference is.
Okay.
One time we want you to be a wall.
Yes.
I'm dying.
It is now Adar's turn. He is fucking
Yeah, I
gone.
think it has to be 12
It is now your turn, Organar. You running?
Yeah, can I cast haste?
Yeah. So
Just like run as fast as I can. How far would that be?
it basically it was down the hatch as an action, so that would be 60 feet naturally. And now that he has that, he can use his action to dash. His haste action to dash, right? Or is that next turn?
I don't
I
know
thought you
how
said
you
that was
wanna
next
do it.
turn.
Next turn. If it says next turn, it's next turn.
Wait, so how
I
far
mean, with
can
mine,
I...
you said it was next turn.
Yeah, let's go with
I
that.
didn't know if it was.
Yeah, it's
you
the
meant
same.
orc. I
So
didn't
how
know
far
if it-
can I move?
60 feet.
For this turn.
for this turn. So you're 120 feet closer than what you were before.
Mark down a tally in your
I
turn.
did.
Perfect. Cool.
And then, can I... Right now, just my next I was gonna say, use the technique one good just to see if I can see where...
You used your action already. Is it a bonus action?
No, I think
I
Paladin
don't know.
Sense is an action.
Okay. Well then, not right now.
That'll be next
turn.
Yeah.
The orc.
What
does he do?
But we're here. We're just going
The
to
orc
save
kind
these
of like
idiots.
paddles around for a moment. The flame immediately goes out in the water from his spear, and he starts trying to paddle to shore. But his swim speed, or as he was swimming, he didn't really roll very high for that, so he's not getting too far. He probably got about 15 feet closer. Yeah. And that's all of his turn. Biff, it's your turn.
100 feet closer from
How far are you?
Gospar dashing.
20 feet on the
40.
ship?
Then can
40 from the
I
floor.
dash to
Just
go?
follow to scoop you up.
Can you scoop me up?
Gospar dash is
I can
100.
jump it.
And then I dash
Oh,
the
you
I
other
can jump
50.
another 40.
What the fuck?
40
Just you were dashing?
my wolf.
No,
And
unless
then
you-
I can snap my finger.
That would have been like.
Right,
I don't
right.
know.
Oh, that takes how much
Good
movement?
luck.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
that it
go to
takes
hell,
your
too.
movement to do so.
Right.
Just because I don't like the idea of somebody being like, I run on the board, then I jump off the board, run even further.
No, I know it would take some movement to get
Yeah.
off, especially. Gospar dash is 100. I'm gonna use my action to put
He's wrong.
the guy's going to shore, right?
The guy? Yeah, he's swimming towards the shore. You can see that.
I have a rope. How
What a waste of
long is the rope?
I think it's usually like 50 feet or something.
50 feet is exactly how far away he is from me.
No, wait, no. It was 50. Now it's.
Packet is in the microwave right now. These
You
are
want
just the bits
15,
that
I'm
were still.
35.
Yeah, it's 35, so the rope's longer than 35. I
Oh,
rode him the rope.
God.
Yeah. You haven't used your action yet, so yeah, you can do that.
No,
I
when
didn't
I
use-
worked
what would I
at
roll?
nights, I would
Oh, it must
just
be a thrown weapon.
It's not. It tastes like a
This
tortilla.
actually would be a
Dex?
thrown weapon check,
Dex?
so dex.
Okay, it's not very solid, so
and in the packet.
add my
we
dex
said
It's a
mod.
thrown
it
weapon,
depends
so
on
you
if I
can
wanted
use
to
strength if you want.
Water means.
eat it or not.
It's
So-
not a shot
I
weapon,
want to
it's
eat
a
it or
thrown
not.
weapon, so you can use
Add my
strength.
strength mod.
Yeah.
Proficiency bonus or no? Because I'm not.
Proficiency. Everybody I'm going to say is proficient with throws.
Okay, so strength mod and proficiency bonus.
Yep, for the attack.
Oh.
16 to throw.
The orc's AC is a little bit higher than that, but it does flop kind of next to him.
Okay.
And he can grab it in his next turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be a little anchor whenever he's ready.
Lagertha, it's your turn. You go into the tavern?
I'm still at the tavern.
Alright, you go into the tavern, and basically you are in there. There's a whole bunch of people that are just kind of like looking at you as you enter. And it's like, what's happening? What's going on?
No, nothing.
Don't worry about it.
Nothing.
Don't worry about it.
Nothing to see here. Move along. Move along.
Just having a few drinks.
So you start going for your drinks, and everybody's trying to ask you questions, but that's pretty much the end of that. Dallas, it's your turn.
You're flying though, right?
We're done.
Yeah.
Aren't we? This
You're
is a rescue
flying, you're
operation.
looking down at the water. Unless you want to make a perception check, you can't really make any tails or heads or where this thing is at.
Perception.
That's going to be at least 20 fucking actions. You know?
I was hoping Orcface would get on the rope and then like,
There's a
you're
rope.
Don't
still
worry.
flying, you're cool.
Don't worry about the people in the water right
I'm not. This remains.
And then I figured after
I saw
Orcface was done with the rope, then
I
probably
saw that
Baracus
gold go
pull
down
him to shore.
with the golden ship. I'm pissed.
now. Can you get a barbarian's rage for this?
Hi, dear.
Oh, that gold man.
All that gold.
Does Bahamut protect gold? Like,
No.
The Muhammad.
I'm
There's still a dragon though.
Muhammad Ali.
No, that's with your team.
And I'm praying to the little whatever that thing is.
Okay, so you're trying to channel
Yeah.
whatever power that's within you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll the d20 for me.
What?
is it the one?
No.
No, but I have one more luck.
What was it?
It was a 2.
Oh, okay.
Bitch.
2.
2.
9.
9.
9.
Tell you what, I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna do it.
Roll a d100 for me.
He's a
Whatever.
That'd be covered in a little cap.
That's
We'll be able to die here.
percent
Look
of
at
shit.
these.
The 2 d10s, one of them has double digits,
Yeah, the
one of them has
percentage
single.
die.
Yeah.
Like, you just ask your boss.
On nursing? Yeah, there's a couple of them that have
33.
like a tip, the whole damn thing.
Alright.
You want the whole thing? No.
Oh shit.
No, they did like the the highlight. type of-
Okay. You feel
Is it
that the
correct?
power of your swords is starting to strengthen. You feel this fire within you, and these swords start to emit an even brighter flame.
Oh shit.
And you feel powerful at this moment. You still can't see it, whatever it is.
Don't ask for one.
And you know that also water isn't necessarily great when doused. Like fire isn't really good when doused.
Before you were born. Years and years ago.
You can
I'm gonna make a perception.
make a perception.
I was in high school. They're like,
Was the prayer an action?
I'm gonna let him have this, just given the fact that it wasn't really much of an action too much. Is that a natural one or 2?
This is 6.
6 total?
Yeah.
You still, it's dark and the water is also dark, especially now that this protection is gone. The world that's around him is kind of taking over again, and you cannot tell.
Is there any tentacles still with me now?
Yeah,
No,
you got
it's
yourself
completely
a
under the water.
Real bad.
And with that though, with your turn ending, flame is still there. It is now the monster's turn.
You said the monster went bye-bye.
It's under the water.
Rock's gonna get
I
out the
thought
water.
his job was done, so it's getting the hell out.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say swim speed is half.
It depends on what you roll.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say that my last action was swimming back towards the shore, which was 30 feet away.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a. Let's make it. Actually, make it either Constitution or Athletics.
Oh, thank Christ. Constitution saving?
Not saving, just like a Constitution check or Athletics check.
Okay. Well, I have the. That's 11.
11. You do move half your movement, so like 15, right?
Yes.
So you move 15 feet closer, which is keeping in pace with the orc. And there is a rope that is bent through that is in this area here. Alright. So, you're 20 feet in the air?
Oh no.
Tentacle grabs you.
So, I'm gonna let you know, unless I roll a natural 1 with this creature,
you're
probably going to hit. Given the fact that I'm just gonna let you know now, that was a 7 plus 18.
Oh.
Yeah.
Plus 18.
Can you feel it?
Yep. That is.
Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs?
Does he actually say that?
Who?
It's in different context, but yes. Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's like involving music or something.
No, it's when Krabs thinks he's. I don't. Why the hell do I know? He thinks
40
he's
points of
old.
damage
So he's
as
hanging
this
out with.
tentacle grabs onto you, Barack.
Yes,
Might as well up in there.
Fuck!
I want you to make a dexterity saving, or is it?
Can it be dexterity?
Acrobatics. Make an acrobatics check. Because it's trying to grapple you.
God
Eight.
damn.
Yeah.
It got me.
Oh yeah. It got you. So that's 40 points of damage as it just wraps around you.
Fuck!
You feel your bones crack in places as
Holy crap!
Ow!
I would drink that
Ow.
potion. At the very least, you die.
He's just been bragging about all he does is damage, not healing. I'm not drinking that poison. That is poison. If I get swallowed by him, I will crack it inside his body.
There you go.
Now,
There you go.
Oh, I know.
He also had potions of like
That's what he
haste
wanted
and
you
stuff
to
like
do.
that, though. It might be a potion of popcorn.
Maybe it'll be haste to vomit.
That's what he wanted you to do. You get swallowed, he swallows a potion
All
as
right.
well.
So the tentacle pulls into the
You were a
air
sacrifice.
and fucking throws you. And you already feel bad as you start flying through the air. And, I'm going to say that you fly at about...
Roll a d8.
I was going to say that you fly about 40 feet before you hit the building.
How much damage did I take from hitting that building?
Let's see.
Believe it or not.
But George is in leave a message at the beat.
Oh Lord, really?
I like Seinfeld.
Huh?
I like Seinfeld.
He really does.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, god damn it. 14.
Alright. So, basically what ends up happening is you hit the wall, you take 24 points of damage as you crash through it. You end up
Holy crap.
hitting the
Ow,
ground
pain.
and rolling, and you are prone, and of course gasping for air.
I wonder why.
And there is a family that is all halflings that they're kind of like stunned. And,
oh, they're stunned!
through.
I got plucked out of the water and tossed through the fucking air like a goddamn water.
Baracus, at least you are not.
That's his first attack.
At least you are not.
2 plus 18 still hits you.
First attack. Second attack doesn't hit me, right? I'm already through the air.
No, he's not going after you anymore.
Okay.
He's going after this orc.
No.
Oh god, this is much more dice with this attack.
No.
You need one that had the recharge?
If you live on the shore.
Rechargeable.
I don't know if it does. I'm pretty sure it does. But,
You gotta take out the batteries?
yeah, I mean, all of them do that. It's just this one has the option.
Yeah. You don't do that? I don't know. I'm just asking.
Hey, Critter.
Yeah.
Can I steal one?
No.
Don't breathe toes.
He's got a
Persuasion.
Nope.
Here, eat something.
So, all you see is this orc is going and reaching for this rope. He is reaching his hand out, and all of a sudden, he's gone.
No. That's
Like
really
gone or
sad.
grappled.
Gone.
Holy shit.
Under
the water.
Yep.
Damn.
Under the water, you have no idea what's happening or if anything is still happening. That is the second attack. It is now going to move. And it moves, and you see these tentacles grab onto the edges, and it seems like as if there are... the edges of the dock. It grabs onto the edges of the dock, and it starts pulling itself up onto this dock. And what you see...
I wanna.
Shit.
What is? Oh,
It's the Kraken.
The Kraken!
And it has a gnarly,
Where's the
nasty
Medusa
face
when
with
you need
rows
it?
of teeth and multiple tentacles. Possibly, like, you could probably sit there and count them, but there's more than...
Is he on the dock?
He's pulling himself onto the dock. Now, who is the closest to the dock?
I am.
I'm about 10 feet
Is it
away.
Mercy?
Probably.
Oh, no.
me.
You're through a building 40 feet.
25
in
feet.
another direction. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 25. Let's go. Probably you. Alright.
Well,
I don't
15
want
feet
this.
from the shore, plus another 25 feet.
How many more attacks does it have? Please God. 8. 8? Why would you throw a number like that out there?
No, I don't want
Think
one.
about tentacles.
Teriyaki.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
We should leave it hentai.
Actually, no. Everybody
It has
within
rice and fish in it. I don't want
120 feet, which is most people, I think.
That's everyone.
This one.
How many feet away? Was it
120.
200?
It was 230 feet away at the beginning.
230, so I'm 120.
No, I mean, I
It
haven't
probably
had it
pulled itself 20 or
Don't tell me
30
it
feet
has
closer.
rice and fish in it.
The dock, the water was 200 feet away.
Yeah.
It's not the edge of the water.
That's
Yeah.
just me.
Okay, so I moved 100.
Yeah, you are.
So, everybody within, everybody pretty much make a dexterity saving throw.
Hand me my lucky tower thingy.
Myself included.
Cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I think
Good.
I'm gonna use a luck point.
Alright, cool.
Myself included.
Actually, yes, you are within 120 feet.
I'm
A lot of
I'm
a lot of
using it.
civilians are gonna die.
And 16.
A lot of what?
Civilians are gonna die here.
23.
A lot of civilians and main characters, apparently. And that one.
By what?
Oh, joy.
What are we making? What kind of
Dexterity saving
Dexterity.
throw.
19?
Can I borrow that?
Can I wait? I can use the luck roll
My rolls have been
to
shit
replace a roll that you made, right?
19.
Yeah,
Dexterity.
against
Reliable
you.
talent, which is,
I'm rolling against
the
you.
minimum you use is
It,
10.
well, it's technically against me.
Is it a roll?
It didn't roll for it. It's just
Isn't that a
an attack,
19?
like
Oh,
in general.
fuck.
It's like fireball automatically.
That's a
hits, like-
16.
And the fireball would
I'll say, wait a minute.
Alright, what was you guys' saving throws?
23.
23. You were good.
Anyway, 19 plus dexterity.
17.
17, you were nuts. You were nuts.
Fun.
18, nuts. 19, nuts.
6.
Nuts.
So we're going
basically,
Well, I rolled a 2 and a 1.
everybody who didn't roll higher than the number that you needed to is going to take full damage. Everybody who did takes half that. This
I
is
got-
specifically going to be bludgeoning damage, if that makes any difference.
It does make a difference
Okay.
because I activated my amulet of sense.
Hold on, I got a stupid question.
Yeah.
Okay, my dexterity was 15. I rolled a 19.
No, you're mod.
Your mod.
Oh.
Saving throw.
Saving throw.
21.
So it's 21.
Not actually high enough. It was 23 on the dot, actually.
I'm you! I'm you! So I take how much?
46 points of bludgeoning damage as tentacles just fly out in every direction, just absolutely lengthy as hell. As
46.
Yeah.
You
As it
gotta
starts
run
slapping.
that. You take half, right?
You take half it.
Alright, so I'm gonna do
I would take half
a
because of my
parry maneuver to reduce that.
Okay.
Oh no, you're not there. You're fine. You're
It
fine.
does, right?
Great.
The stone skin amulet?
Yes, the resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. and
Dang!
So you said 46?
66 already!
46, okay, so I would take 40.
Yes.
Dang, it's only 66.
16.
You see actually a lot of people like in their buildings
I
and
just lost
stuff,
110
and people who are standing in the streets who are trying to run away just get demolished in the buildings and things, just blood splatters and bodies
Oh.
made that are opposite of
I'm just saying.
you guys.
Oh, and hey, Preston, eternal rest doesn't count.
Mercy, what
Yeah.
does Shield of Faith, is the Shield of Faith like a shield?
It boosts, yeah, it boosts.
Yeah.
Gives +2 AC.
Okay, say that one more time because it's easy over here.
It raises your armor class by 2 points.
Okay, so that's not.
But it's a spell you have to activate. I think it takes an action to activate.
Well, no, it's not like I can protect everyone with my
What was it?
shield.
It's one
It just
person.
gives them +2 AC.
I think it's just one person too as the
Yeah.
target.
Damn. I'm trying.
Oh,
I'm trying.
you also see like a few buildings kind of like crash and clatter to
Wait,
the ground.
was that a save throw for the first thing?
Saving throws.
No one was supposed
Okay,
to be
you know what?
right?
No, not specifically.
Were they
Where's
close to
that?
each other?
Where the hell is that thing?
Those two would be in tow with each other, so it's they were close to each other.
What is y'all's charisma modifier? Yes, the modifier. And what's your father's?
I'm looking.
3.
Yeah, +3.
You could have added that bonus to each other's saving throws. To where Preston was supposed to add 3 and Tim was supposed to add a 1 because you were standing next to each other.
That brings up to 22, doesn't it, Tim?
Yeah.
So still doesn't matter.
Somebody could
It
use
don't
an
give a
inspiration
crap.
point
I can
for
still
him.
get
I got
46
I'm
of
throwing inspiration to you.
Well, one thing to
So
remember
roll
is
D4.
paladins give off aura if you're within 10 feet of a paladin. You can add that paladin's charisma modifier to your thing. So if you're within 10 feet of him, you get to add 3 to any saving throw. If you're within 10 feet of him, you get to add 1. You can only give this to other people.
Oh, no, you're not saving me.
Okay. Oh no, you're not saving this.
I have an amulet of stone.
Or technically, if you wanted to spend your inspiration, you probably could have
Spend your inspiration. Spend your inspiration. You got 22. Spend your inspiration. So roll a D4.
By the way, whenever he when he's pulling himself out of the water, you don't see the over.
You make it.
I don't know.
So you got.
Plus a 4, so you get 22 plus 4, 26. Is he
Yeah.
fine at 26?
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah, so
good.
now you
So he
Okay,
takes
don't
half.
take any of that damage now.
Okay, only 23 damage?
Yeah.
Where's the Medusa when you need him?
Right.
Alright.
I know, right?
Where's the Gorgon? The hell's the damn Gorgon?
Is that all of its attacks, please?
That is all of its attacks. So that brings it to
The
Nicobrides.
1981 or the 2000 and whatever?
It's not within 5 feet of me, is it?
I like both.
I'd say so.
Because
See both?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, I'm a fucking big ass nerd.
no, some people haven't seen it
Yeah,
because
I
they're
know.
like, they don't.
It's weird.
It's freaking old.
It's freaking weird to me how people say they haven't seen it. I'm like,
You're
you don't
running-
remember the original release, the Kraken?
Yeah, what do you do?
Oh, the,
Ray Harryhausen?
I'm
Just,
going to keep doing what I was doing. I'm gonna go. Only was activated, so it's going to. Boss going to keep dashing and jump over everything to the
when
left.
the original.
Can I make any kind of check to see
not
that-
the
see
original,
that orc?
because, 20,000
See the orc? Go ahead and make a
Oh, yeah,
perception
yeah.
check.
The original Kraken was just a big squid,
big squid thing.
but yeah, this thing was like the first.
I'm gonna let you do that
besides
before you decide to
bipedal,
jump
he
in the
was
water, by the way.
fucking humanoid upper part of
Yes,
his body.
and the
shit.
princess in her high heels.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Yeah, he dropped his mask. You can actually make a
Okay,
perception or
no, it's
investigation.
because it's
whichever
old
one's
and
higher.
people, you know.
It shocks me too. It shocks me too, man.
And the other one was 13. What's that on? 4?
Whichever one you want. This one.
89. Okay.
20.
20? Yeah, you look and you're you're looking at this creature and all of its tentacles and everything, and you're actually darting your eyes across everything, and being the ranger that you are, you're actually pretty good at like being on the spot and everything, trying to find something, hunt something down. He is nowhere to be found. You can assume he is no longer amongst the living.
He got eaten, you.
He'd be dead,
So
buddy.
take that into account before you jump in.
I was going to keep doing what I was doing.
Okay.
That's I had already decided on that.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm going to jump about 40 feet out.
Do you have that?
And I'm going to cast water breathing.
I'm going to say
On the
that,
way.
actually, whenever you're standing next to the tavern, you're 200 feet away from the edge of the water where the boat was, and the boat was right up against the edge. So he dragged it down about 30 feet back, and then he moved 30 feet to where he was again, where the boat was again. So he is pretty much on the edge. He's looking at you, you know. Type of. So if you want to like jump on him, you can. Or you want to like.
So you'd have to get
Well,
past
the
him
wolf
to get
also
to the
has
water.
a potion, jump a potion of spider climb. So.
I mean, those are just options for you, knowing your predicament. You know, it's whatever you want to do.
Technically, to get to the water, you'd have to go around this guy.
You'd have to jump over
Well,
him or.
he already has a ambulance jump, so he can jump.
What's it called? Just cast some water breathing. Were you casting water breathing on?
Put anybody else around me within 30 feet, which was you.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it was him, but he's gone now.
Yeah, yeah. He was
At the edge of the water, at the edge of the water, it still hits him. I guess he's 25 feet.
Yeah.
You're
So
close to the
is-
edge, right?
Is the
Yeah,
Kraken
yeah.
on?
This one's probably really
Is the
close.
Kraken on land or is it
I don't
still
know-
in the
I
water?
don't know if
It's
anyone
on
else
the
has-
edge of land. So.
I don't know if anyone else is close
Gliding
enough.
onto the land.
Kind of half and half?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think
So
anybody.
No, I just...
Yeah,
So
I think
just
it's
us five.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say so. But so you just cast in the water breathing. That's gonna be your turn.
Yep, I don't think that'll be, but then cast
Lightning arrows a bonus, but that doesn't do anything this turn.
Okay, cool. That would be T. It's your turn.
Okay, to run.
You have haste now. You're pretty close to it. You know.
Yeah, I
You
figured.
can reach it if you want to,
You
or
can
you could
attack
just
it if
fucking
you
run.
Well, can I see its head,
Oh yeah.
face, something?
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. If
It's
it
How
was...
pulled
many-
itself. It's pulling itself out of the water right now. It's on the edge.
How many
You
tentacles
can
are
see its
there?
face. It's you can't really count them all without rolling a like investigation and perception to kind of count them all. But there's a lot. There's more than probably 10.
Okay.
We should fucking run, dudes. I don't know.
It's gonna kill.
Is he out of the water?
Yeah, I'm flying.
Yeah, he's
I'm
flying.
He's out.
20, yeah.
He's obviously out. Nobody else is in the water, and Orc Boy is nowhere to be
He's
found.
gone. He's gone.
He's
Should we
gone.
just try to
What's the
evacuate?
purpose of us?
Y'all can do it.
I'm
I'm
not,
just
I'm,
saying.
I'm not okay
No,
with
no,
that.
no. I'm just, if you think it's gonna like kill the town?
Gargantuan monstrosity.
Okay.
I'm killing it for
So
personal reasons.
Wait.
I'd
Dragon-
say
dragon
he
warfare.
is
I know.
50 feet
Or
wide.
dragon.
I
guess
I did land on him.
Like
It's a dragon. yeah.
50 feet in all directions. You know.
Okay, so didn't you say there was you charge up?
So I guess
You
I
charge
did.
up a
I guess I
weapon?
did land
Yeah.
on him.
Tell him about paladin, like smite, all that
you
kind
can
of
do
shit.
the smiting, but are you sure?
You could just run, or you could fight.
It's your character. If your character wants to fight him, we can fight him.
Well, no, I just. I
Holy
didn't,
fuck, my character's like dogs. Dogs. I'm not suicidal.
You're in a fucked up place where a lot of people are dying left and right. It's not.
I'm like, they were gonna
unusual.
die anyways if
It's
Rendar
technically-
hadn't saved them.
Technically not unusual. You know?
I'm like,
oh, so you're gonna kiss the town goodbye?
Cat?
It's up to everybody. You know, it's whatever
I'm
you
like,
guys want
dude,
to.
I gotta save relics of the gods. I can't die here.
But you, in the meantime, you can tell them what's.
Okay, so instead of
It's safe to assume
using
that people are like
your spell
running.
slots for
Oh,
spelling,
they're straight
you
up
can
like
use them
running
for
away
smite.
because of that tentacle attack. It
What
hit
you would
every
do
fucking
is you roll
everybody
your
type of
weapon,
thing.
whatever weapon you're using, this might
Tore
weapon
apart
usually
houses
what, a
and
longsword?
stuff, and they realized, you know what, we're no longer safe here. So people are going to start working their way
Well, no, I
out,
was thinking-
but they can only move it.
I was asking about the
60 feet
head.
per turn, you know,
Maybe
they're not
they
much. So we'll see.
Specifically with
And it's
smite, it
gonna
has
be
to
coming.
be
Melee
Sure.
weapon.
No.
Yes.
Okay, melee weapon. Okay.
All right.
So do you want to go and longsword it up?
No.
You saw how much damage it did.
I know. That's why I
You're
was
not
hoping I
brave
could
enough
charge
to
up
follow the halfling?
the bolt and just down.
You should
But
fucking shoot
no.
and run, man. But if you want to smite, you gotta use a longsword.
That's what I was trying to do. I didn't know it had to be a melee weapon.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go run to the bar.
Okay. You turn and you see that your fellow fighter that just joined the Huntsman's Guild. He turns and start running towards the tavern. So
They were
take
gonna
that as a
die
fact.
anyways if Dundar hadn't been keeping them alive.
So, with
Dundar's
that-
gone now. We can't stay here and defend them forever.
With that,
We can at least help people evacuate.
Yes.
this creature is going
That's
to
a
take
plan.
a legendary action.
To where though?
So,
You gonna buy me a beer? 'Cause I'm heading to where you are.
What's his name?
legendary
it's
action.
safer
It's going to
than
attack you because you're
Kraken
close.
Town.
Yeah, it's force can attack you, not
Welcome to
more,
Crack Town.
unless you want to attack more.
No.
3 plus 18 is 20, is that?
20 on the dot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fucker.
So, this thing grabs you.
If you wanted, you can't roll against it.
You can't roll against it unless there's like cutting words and stuff like that. But
Oh.
These dice you just rolled. Can you hear them?
I think he might be unconscious.
I don't think I'll let. I
That's
don't think I'll be a
34
dragon
points of bludgeoning damage as this tentacle grabs onto you. Now, make a acrobatics check. Yeah.
No.
Well,
This thing is very bad behind.
Okay.
You're gonna be like
I did like 20 total.
1. You don't know how lucky you are. You don't know how much this mattered. You really don't. So it goes to grab you, and you're ready for it. You get to make a free attack on it.
Can I? Since it's a reaction,
Yes, it's
and
a
I
reaction.
took Warcaster,
Yes.
no, smite is right.
Shit out of here.
Okay.
Large.
This tentacle is trying to grab you for us.
Okay. So
Shut your pothole.
this, and I'm gonna expend a force.
How charismatic is this thing?
How wise is this?
Weirdly enough, you figure this creature can't be fucked with all that much, and that includes a lot of stats.
I need 2 in a purple D8s.
2 of the purple D8s. Boop. There's 1.
I don't know. It'd just be really great if I could just
I
be
have
like
to be
vanish.
Okay.
I'll take it. That one D8.
Go to hell, creature.
Wait, I have to still roll the hit. I'm getting ahead of myself, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Come on. Come on. 12 plus 8, 7.
Oh yeah, eat the bug. Get the bug.
19.
You're 1 short.
Mother.
Oh. Seriously?
He's technically not supposed to tell us. We could use an inspiration,
No,
but
you know that it's 1 short because this one rolled for 20s and stuff.
can I have one of yours? I use
20s were successful.
Yeah,
Everything underneath was not.
Oh,
Now I got it because I got
Yeah.
one more.
Alright.
Okay.
You hit But you see, with the smite and all that she's doing, she can roll a handful of dice because of that. If you don't do that, it's not going to happen. So it's best for paladins to be doing that shit.
Zeus
That's
just
for
like
future.
fucking with this bug, like picking it up and putting it back down.
It's 35.
Who is it? Zeke?
35?
Yeah.
And that's
Oh.
magic damage that takes all of it.
What is the big
It
carpet roll over
recoils a
again?
little bit as it ends up recoiling back as the blood starts pouring kind of on top of you, but no damage or anything. Just kind of rolls. And that is the end of his legendary action. It's Baracus' turn, technically.
I got you.
Alright, so you're inside house.
You're in the house.
A bunch of cool strangers, except the dead now.
So you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Hey! It's
Everyone.
not your turn, it's my turn. So I kind of like just haphazardly pick my broken body up off the ground.
Oh god, yeah.
And as I'm doing that, I have a maraca in one hand.
Okay.
And I'm just like, fucking wiggle out of this when you fucking slimy bitch. And I'm going to go ahead and cast Polymorph on him.
Alright.
It's a wisdom against my spell DC.
Okay.
But I'm also casting, what's it called? Counter bullshit against them.
Yeah, that's a
Cutting
bonus
words?
action?
There you go.
Is it a bonus action?
Yes.
Cutting
Oh,
words
cool,
are bonus.
Sweet.
So that's -6 of whatever he's rolling. He has to beat a 17.
Oh my god,
A
really?
1?
You might
Two
save
ones
us.
in a row.
The bitch turns into an earthworm.
Earthworm? Alright.
Damn!
Do not! Do not!
It was making its way out of the water, so it goes shoot, and then it looped into the water.
Oh shit!
How long does that last?
An hour, I think? Up to 1 hour, and it's concentration. Someone needs to dive in and find that goddamn earthworm before it gets eaten by a fish.
I was about to say, if it gets damaged, is it dispelled?
Yeah.
A fish is about
If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
A fish is about
I
to
think
die.
we have 1 hour to evacuate the town.
If it gets eaten, that could turn into 1 second.
Also, question: do earthworms breathe?
No.
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 I think they absorb nutrients through their skin.
Okay.
So
They think of a, think of a straw.
They're real deuterus stones.
So if you stick it in water, it would drown.
They'll drown.
It takes a while though, does it not? Or
It's bait.
Okay.
A few minutes.
It drowns pretty fast.
It drowns pretty quick.
Those things.
But that's technically damage, and then
Yeah.
it would come
Well,
back.
it's not damage, but I forget how it works in 5th edition 3.5. Like you go down to 0, a couple turns and then you die. It's not really
Exactly.
damage.
So it takes a moment, but it is still gonna die at some point.
Are you sure it's
You could
tentacle
also
isn't like where the spell originates from?
Wait, what?
What?
Are you sure his tentacle is where this? I'm trying to bias. some
Yeah.
sort of-
He's trying to say like the tentacle on like the land is where the
No,
would
it's
be.
the main
It would be
mass.
the center.
It's the
Yeah.
main mass.
It shrinks
so-
up into itself.
Also, as a side note, we'll just so you know, you guys are cool as of right now, so you can think about it. You can also always search for it.
Well, I was standing on top of it.
Let's get everybody
That's
out of
true.
here.
He's got a hunter's mark.
Yeah.
You got a hunter's mark?
Yeah,
Then-
right, the tentacle.
You get bonus for
Then
like
you probably know
for finding
you know
it.
where it is, right? Because the hunter's mark.
You get bonus for finding it. Yeah.
I get bonuses. I get advantage off of that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he gets
Basically,
Find it!
this creature like
any
shrinks,
wisdom,
and then you
survival
flop into the water.
checks to find it.
There you go.
He gets advantage on.
Sweet. So it plops into the water with you. I'm gonna say that worms sink, don't they? Alright, cool.
Oh.
They don't float.
It takes a while. It's not just.
They're very, very light.
They're a fleshy
It's
rock.
the littlest bit of water currently moving around anywhere. I want.
Yeah.
They don't float.
So
They don't
I'd say
float,
there's
they
quite a
sink.
bit of water like splashing
They're
because of
bait.
the creature was splashing around just before it turned into
It
it.
stays in about the same area.
It's gonna stay in the same area, but basically it plops in the water. It plops pretty close to you. You figure, but it is now technically Adar's turn. You can always just void your turn and wait until it comes back around to him.
I was actually gonna say, is there any like citizen around here that looks not dead yet?
You can make a perception check to find out.
Will that be my action?
Yes. You still have a free action to yell at them if you find anybody, but
I was
Evacuate.
Go heal Baracus, man.
I
Did
did
I
my
see-
part.
Did I see where Baracus went? Did I see him
Oh.
fly?
oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Help me
Yeah,
find it.
See that building with a giant
You also
hole?
see the spell
You
shoot
can
back
be
out of
bold.
that building
I'm probably
and
gonna
turn it into
hover
a
over
worm.
because I'm pretty sure it's back.
Okay, I'm gonna go try to find Baracus then.
Okay.
For the record, while I still have my movement, I think it's safe to say I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, you're still in the house.
I mean, like I'm trying to crawl my way out, but
Okay, so you're like
hour
out,
to fly
like,
straight
crawling
up.
out
Yeah.
the door.
like,
And then-
Yeah, you can
Now
see
you
them
go from
crawling
like-
out
now
of
you
the
go
door.
from-
Yeah.
So,
Maybe
all
I'd
the
say you're
attacks.
within
Once
range.
you're there, just
If you wanna
fall
get
a couple
some-
thousand feet, that's the wide spot. Or do it for later.
Baracus, how many
Take it
health
over later.
points do you have?
How many health points?
We
do I
got
have?
this.
Yes.
No, over there. 16.
What's your total?
Of my temporary health, well, with the amulet, 126.
I give you 30 points.
Screw everyone else.
46. Okay, thank you.
Alright.
There's
Adar's
no bias
turn.
anyway.
Orgnar, what's your turn? What you doing?
What's your name?
See this one go into the tavern. You see the worm or the Kraken turn into a worm and fall to the
You want to
ground.
go search for the worm, or you want to go grab a beer? Or you want to try
This
to
is
get
why I
everybody
can
up there?
never,
Get everybody out
never
of here.
predetermine what's going to happen.
There's no way. Why does this happen? This makes no sense.
It's Dungeons and Dragons.
Can I like back up a little bit?
Keep telling you people, evil DM. Hello.
Okay, though, did we decide that we think as soon as it starts drowning, it'll be taking damage and therefore come back?
It'll take a little while.
But I'll take it. I'll take a little bit.
If we kill it as a worm, does it then turn back?
Yeah.
If it takes damage,
it turns
back to
The damage does
So why are we
Well,
looking
it's a
for
worm.
it?
Does it
the
have
damage
worm
does seep over.
Basically, if you grab the worm and you keep
If
it
it
alive,
drowns, it takes damage. If it gets into my
it
fist,
stays for an hour.
then we got to crack it.
It's a worm in the ocean.
If we hold
What's
it in
the
our hand,
plan?
we hold it in our hand and we run away with it or we bury it somewhere where it will still be alive for an hour and get the fuck out. So we have an hour to run.
Yeah.
We got this. Just do it.
That was the plan.
Alright.
I'm just gonna grab it, take it.
With the Orgnar's turn. What you doing?
You want to try to find it?
So you're just gonna.
We're going to find it.
Try nothing.
Y'all are still on land. Y'all
So
aware
far,
I'm
it's
guessing you
land,
can't
so
grab the
it
water.
Baracus is technically
So by the
hurt,
time
and you
it
can
comes
see him,
back,
and you're
it's
within
like,
range, so you can give him health points if you want. That's always a thing you could do. Or you could try and help them find the worm.
So
Or
you
you
took
can just stand
damage,
around
you
and
can heal
wait.
yourself with the lay on hands?
Yeah, that too. You have options.
What would help him find it faster?
I guess if you decide to try and look for it as well.
You're all wearing armor as well. Can you swim?
Yeah.
You're just basically gonna look on the edge of the water, I figured. With
I
this
mean,
advantage.
it's kind of like that because it hasn't sunk yet. The thing is light as shit. So
Worms
it's kind of like
sink
floating.
slowly.
Yeah, it's kind of like floating there for right now.
Since you're flying above that, I guess you can find it.
Yeah.
How about the water around my
looking at it, so he's by it, so he knows where it's at.
Guess we'll go around here maybe to the pub.
Hey, to the pub.
Alright, cool. Are you like sprinting, or are you just like gonna?
He's got haste. He can get there
drink.
now.
Oh yeah. Never
If
mind.
you find the worm.
This is happening.
You got haste on. You can pretty much get there. So you go over to the tavern with them, and everybody's pretty much crowding around you and Lagertha, and just kind of like, what the fuck is happening? But
Google says worms sink.
Biff.
How fast?
Google says that worms sink.
Google does not exist in this realm.
Google says worms sink, but
Between
it sinks
salt water and
slowly.
fresh water. Because one's bitter.
What are you doing?
The first thing that came up was a Yahoo answers. Me and my friend were
Like as
talking
far as
about
you
whether
can?
a worm would sink or
Or-
float. And now
Joshua
I'm
said
really
to dash
wondering about
100,
any of you
and
know.
It would
I'm
seem
going to use
very
my lay on
slow.
hands to
They're
bring
very
myself
light.
up.
Dash 100 just
That's why you need to
towards
wait.
out of town.
That's why you need to wait at the
I guess regroup towards the bar.
end of the book.
It seems like people are regrouping at the bar. It is Lagertha's turn. Are you just chilling in the bar? You just chilling in the bar?
I'm just chilling in the bar, and who's ever with me, I'll buy them a drink.
Cool.
Hey.
Oh, hey, girl. the townspeople are very confused.
Can we just like yell at them and tell them?
But they're
Pay no
doing
attention.
they're doing what you're saying though, because you guys seem to be the most qualified and capable, but they're starting to question.
This shit is out every day.
Being alive.
Tell us it's your turn.
You want to delay?
Down 20 feet
You want to delay until
what?
you want to delay your turn talking about?
I mean, well, you're right there, so I'm pretty sure you can point it out to me.
I don't know where it is yet.
Not yet.
He has to use his turn. So he's saying you can do your movement after his turn.
Okay.
I guess.
I'd let you do that.
Yeah.
You're circling
I'll
like a
do
vulture.
that.
Okay.
I'll do that. Yeah.
All right. That would be technically the worm's turn.
But now it has no intelligence.
The worms.
Yeah. it has no intelligence.
Use
You could like be it's
Splash.
Legendary actions.
Okay.
Splash
Just making sure it wasn't a natural 1 or a natural 20. But it's a 10, so we're good. It's just floating.
Just find a worm.
It is your turn.
So my primal awareness, I can sacrifice spells to.
Yeah.